Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sunfall Cycle. Bronze was right in the middle of a conversation I really wanted to interrupt, so that's why I did it.
You're so good at it.
Wait,
it's like your
honestly. Your timing is impeccable.
Wait, Steven was just like, no.
All right.
Steven's gone.
If Jesse Cox goes quiet for like
is running
3 minutes, yeah. If Jesse Cox goes quiet for 3 minutes, we all have to like the hairs on the back of our neck stand up. We're like, no, it's happening.
What is happening over there?
What are you doing, Steven?
Oh my god.
Look, I gotta have fun
okay?
somehow. Yes.
He's sick.
Yes,
he doesn't know
okay.
what's going on, guys.
I'm a very sick. I'm a very sick D&D guy.
The way you rolled up into that camera was like you were a cat.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah.
Look, I identify with
cat.
Kintsugi.
Just the way you like rolled up and like the face you made, because cats for some reason just look like something's horrifically wrong with them when they're caught on camera. I feel like they're always like,
oh yeah, totally. They're like, what the hell are you doing?
well, it kind of feels like other people's pets are like super hygienic or photogenic. Sorry, my brain misfired. But then I always feel like whatever pet I've had always looks like an idiot when I take a photo of it. And I'm like, why can't you be cute?
Why
Really?
can't you
Your
just be
hedgehog-
normal?
Your hedgehog was so cute in every picture you
It would
posted.
take me like
supposed to
8
farm
photos.
likes?
She would
Why are you doing this to me?
She'd always like look crazy. She'd have like one eye bigger than the other, you know, and I'd be like, why are you doing that? Or she
Are
would
you
look like a
ruining my
rabid beast,
Instagram?
and she'd be like, you know, and I'm like, you're
Yeah, you're killing-
adorable. Why do you look like a killer bunny or something? What's happening?
How am I supposed to influence people
Yeah.
when you look like garbage?
I would love those pictures. Post them
Right?
on, like whatever.
Her fucking teeth
Bravo.
out. I'd just be like, what the fuck is going on? You're adorable. Why do you look horrific in this
I
photo?
love when cute things look horrifying. It is like
True.
something I absolutely adore. I love like a hairless cat kind of
Mhm.
situation where people are like, that's disgusting. And I'm like, look how small and gross it is. I love it. Like my
That has
heart
no chance in the wild.
beats for it.
If
Yeah.
we got Brit a Mogwai and
Oh my God.
it turned into a gremlin, she'd be like, oh, look, it's precious.
The
Actually,
best thing
Sean
in
told
the
me, he was
world.
like, I'm very concerned because he was like, we saw some kind of ugly ass dog the other day. And you were like, oh my God, look at it. It's so cute. And he was like, and then I did something today and you responded exactly the same way. It's different.
God damn it.
That's so romantic.
Do you guys wait? So does anyone else have a cat Instagram or pet Instagram?
No, because pets.
No.
I just
suck.
share my pets on Twitter. Like
If
a
I did
normal.
that, people would get mad.
Also, adopt black cats because
I
apparently,
know,
Eric's
everybody-
jokes aside, Eric making light of a dark subject, people don't adopt them because they don't photograph well.
What?
Yeah.
Are you
That's
kidding me?
no, that's a real statistic.
Well, I mean,
That goes back to racist lenses and not being able to identify the color black well.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kodak.
Apparently, cat adoption rates in black cats have plummeted, not because we think that they're bad luck, but because they don't photograph well for Instagram and Twitter, so people don't adopt them anymore.
I mean, I would think that a lot of Instagram girls would adopt black cats because they go with that like
Aesthetic.
white girl
witch aesthetic.
My girl, Veggie Forest Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I think I dated one of those.
What?
once.
What's a veggie witch?
You know,
I don't-
veggie witches.
Yeah,
You know.
You know.
the Veggie Forest.
You
I don't
know,
know.
veggie
It's-
witch.
You
Yeah.
live here. You live in Seattle with me. How have you not seen
You
these
know
people?
Veggie
Like
Witch.
Veggie Tales.
They're like vegan witches. They like take photos with their black fingernails holding their like quinoa bowl and their
Yeah.
like all
Yeah.
their feather wind chimes and shit on their window or whatever. Like
Right.
it's a thing. It's
I
not
have
a
not
bad
seen this
thing.
thing.
I sound like I'm like I hate it. I don't hate it.
No,
it's totally fine.
It's a legitimate
But it's a
person that isn't
thing.
like, yeah, it's not like we're making a
It's an
mockumentary
aesthetic.
about vegan witches. It's a
the new
real
goth.
thing. Yeah.
It's like what. Okay, so you know, if you're probably like 30 something and like you wanted to be high school goth, like this is like the evolved form of goth. Like if this is the final stage of a Pokemon, this is like you go from high school goth to
the
edgy forest
legendary
witch is the
version
version.
of the high school goth.
You know, like when people choose what kind of sexy they want to be, there's like flirty sexy and like kind of like whatever. I love the environment sexy.
Oops, I'm sexy.
Yeah. Well, Bronze, some people don't have naturally gifted eyebrows, so we have to struggle.
We have to buy cats and paint our nails and hang stuff on our window.
We have to fight for our meals out here. Okay?
You don't just dress up like a twink boy and enchant the internet?
No, we don't have a perfect coif to our hair and beautiful skin to just be like,
but
I just woke up. Come hang out with me on my street.
Hashtag,
And that's
hashtag woke up like this. Hashtag let's yell at randos on the internet.
No,
you are. Steven and I have it on lock. The gays love us.
Oh, you guys are both Disney princes.
That's our demographic. The gays love us.
I also sing.
So
that's the problem.
Ask them. Go ask the gay coalition. They'll be like, oh, Steven and Bronze, we elected them as our president and vice president.
Yeah. I mean, as a queer representative of the community,
perhaps they would say
one vote
that they stand.
Oh my God,
Wow.
I stan you guys.
Nope. No.
I love that.
For you. You have to
for you. I love that for you. I started saying to people, I hate that for you. And I think that's way more fun to say. When they say something bad and I go, oh my God, I hate that for you. If it's like not that bad, if they're like, I spilled my coffee, you know, it's something where it's like not that bad. So instead of just being like, oh, that sucks. I'm tired of saying that sucks. So I'm just like, I really hate that for you.
I'm into it. I like that for you.
What?
Ooh, like that kind of lukewarm. Like, I like that for you.
Yeah, I like that for you.
I like that.
Okay, 2 stars.
I don't love it for you, but I do like it.
Yeah.
Could be better.
Like for
It's within
example,
the nominal bounds of how I see
you know,
so that's
Eric,
good.
when it comes to your setup, I like that for you. However, your ring light being reflected in that
I thought it was
why would you bring attention to it? Why would you do that to me?
I thought it was a scene.
You're getting on him when I'm in a chair graveyard over here.
You don't have a halo. You don't have a halo above your head, you know? So
it's like Eric,
look,
that
I'm
ring.
playing a paladin. All right, look, I'm playing a paladin. Okay, it's part of the reason. Okay.
Oh my God.
it's like you have a C above your head, and I'm like, what does the C stand for? Or like so kind of symbol.
Eric,
it stands
backwards
for hope.
Okay. Here, I'll make it an O. That's better.
There, that is
a little bit.
better.
Yeah. Now you do have a halo.
Thank you. Yeah. Now we like that for you.
All right. Remind me to get non-reflective poster frames.
Right.
Damn it.
Oh my God. What, guys, I don't really remember what we were
It's been 3 weeks. We've been on a while.
It has been a
No,
minute.
it hasn't.
Oh,
It's
man.
been 3 weeks.
We were fighting a sky manta ray.
Yes, we are in a fight.
A velvety one.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a velvety sky manta ray hovering under the underground. So before we get to
Described
the
as
fight,
furry.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, what is? Yeah, tell me. What, underground? We're underground.
We're in the tree.
We went inside the tree hole.
Oh, we're trying to get out of the tree.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I'm caught up.
yes. And why are you trying to get out of the tree?
Oh, we have to
We
take.
found
Oh, we
Margaret
have to take,
Thatcher down here.
No, we're taking Melissa. We're taking Melissa to the witch.
Yes. Yes, you fed Melissa the core of the apple
Yeah.
that Marshmallow got for you, and she turned human, and now she thinks that she's dead, as opposed to previously when she was a skeleton and thought that she was alive. So this is a problem, and the way that y'all have decided to solve it is to bring Melissa to the witch, who surely knows something about curing curses.
It's someone else's problem.
Yeah. And you also ended up stumbling across a very drunken blue raven stumbling around amongst a handful of empty bottles under here. And now I believe it's perched on Aya's shoulder, half falling off. And then you are crawling through another large cavern with these like spherical intrusions. And this like velvet drape of flesh sort of
I hate that. I hate that sequence of words right there.
flopped down, grabbing Sarek. And then it ran away, and it became 4 copies of itself, and now there's 4 of them attacking Sarek. And there were 2 big gelatinous brain monsters with beaks and tendrils dangling below them, one of which you have dispatched, but the other of which is engaged with Aya.
I'll be fine, chat.
Fantastic.
Sarek, I believe that, if I recall correctly, I believe that you are entangled.
Go on.
Let's see. You got bit.
Would you say I'm caught in a trap?
It's not attached to your head, so you are not blinded, and you are able to breathe, but the cloaker can attack you with its bite and has advantage on its attack. So it's your turn.
All right. Well, my question.
I gotta interject. Excuse me. When
Yes?
you say he's entangled, do you mean that he is grappled with the grapple
Thank
condition?
you.
Or the
Thank you.
brain
That's what I was asking before
That's the
Steven
fastest
talked
this has
over
ever
me.
happened in an episode.
No, I'm with you. I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, actually, interestingly enough, it does not say that you are affected by the grappled condition. So I think no, this thing is just attached to you, much like a leech. So you can move freely. It's just like draining your blood from your shoulder.
So it's only spiritually entangling.
Yes, you're spiritually entangled.
Sounds like you need a vegetable witch.
Exactly.
that
If only
for
we
you.
knew one.
It's
Melissa
LA.
in the background is shrieking.
Yeah, it's LA. We can find one very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. There's lots of vegetable witches here. There's a farmer market down the road right now. I can go there. There's at least 3 working. I can be like, ladies, and they'll be like, yes.
We gotta detach this velvety fold of flesh.
Yeah, and they'll be like, fold the flesh. And they come running.
I have an essential oil for that.
There you go.
All right. I feel like it's a priority to get rid of this thing that's on me, right? Because I can't shoot anybody. So I will.
You can shoot. You have it attached.
Like,
you
is it? Oh,
can-
it's over my head though.
No, it's not over your head. Specifically, it didn't drop
Oh, it
onto your head.
didn't.
No.
Oh, I just have like a thing sucking on me.
No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It's like trying to. It's like kind of like on your chest and your neck. I imagine it's like trying to get up to your face. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like sucking its way up my
It's like
body. I got you.
It's like a face hugger that missed your face.
Yeah, and so
Yeah,
it's like
exactly. Just
slowly
trying to crawl its way.
sucking up towards my. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's making its way to my head. So what we need to do is
You can detach it by succeeding on a DC 16 strength check.
Oh, Jesus.
Ignore it and fight something else.
Yeah, the 0 strength that I have. Can I stab at it? Would that do a thing?
Yes. Yes,
Can I
it
try
will.
to cut it instead of like pull it off?
Are you still afraid of this cloaker? I think you are. I think everybody else succeeded.
Yes, no, I'm terrified of this thing that's slowly sucking on me. Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
That
it's
just
not
means you can't
comfortable.
move closer to it, and since it's on you, that's irrelevant.
Yeah, roll a DC 13 wisdom saving throw.
Woo-wee. All right, here we go. Wisdom saving.
Oh damn!
You succeed, which means you shed your frightened condition, and you're now able to act with your
Yeah,
full.
it's like the monsters in a video game. When you finally see it, you're like, that ain't even designed well.
Not that scary.
Yeah, so
Yep.
this one, it sucked on me, and I was like, you ain't even good at sucking. So I'm gonna slice it with my dagger.
Chat wants to see the rolls.
Oh.
That
Uh,
would look-
They
Look,
like
I
to
got
see what
caught
we're
up.
fighting.
I got caught up in innuendo, all. Yes.
I
fine.
understand. I'm just trying to connect the message dots.
All right, hi. All right, I'm gonna switch this over to Scoop. There we go. We're back on the screen. Now no one can yell at me. Everything's fine.
All right, Jesse, what are you doing?
I'm gonna stab at the sucker.
Go ahead and make it attack.
Question: Is it like
Yes.
a tendril? Is it like coming out of his tail?
I mean, there is a tendril, like a tail tendril.
But it came from his fleshy fold.
What is the it that you're talking about?
The sucker. The suck is happening. The suck on me. The suck that's happening on me came from a fleshy tendril.
Look at the picture here upon the screen.
I'm
Over
looking
here.
at it.
That's what it looks like. It's got this mouth that it's biting you with.
Wait, its whole mouth is on my body?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a face hugger.
Giving you a big kiss.
The whole thing is one mouth.
How big
Yeah.
is this thing?
It's a little representationally sized here.
As big as you.
So you're telling me that mouth is sucking on me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
thank God it missed my head. Look at that
Yes.
thing!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's-
mean, imagine if it was on your head.
It's like a face-hugging flying manta ray. That's what we've been describing, man.
I know what you've
Where
been
are you,
describing.
Jesse? Where are you today?
I don't know. That if you okay, I know what you're describing, but then also I don't know what. Okay.
No. I missed my roll. I went to go press the button. I missed it. Sneak dagger.
It's with your dagger, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. Nailed it. Roll your damage. That big ol' +6. 6 piercing damage. Okay, so Jesse, you take 3 piercing damage.
What?
Sorry.
Man, this sucks.
And then, let's see. How does this work?
Wait, it transfers. How does it transfer the pain to me?
So it's like it's like a thin fold of skin that you just like stabbed through, and then you cut yourself.
Stupid.
Blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
Blah,
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 blah, blah,
blah,
blahs.
blog.
Blah blah. Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Lobs law bomb. That was a good one.
Jesse, please roll 1d4.
1d4. What is that? Oh,
Yes.
my God.
If you don't get a 4, you die.
No pressure.
You're dead.
It's not a 4.
Why would you say that?
It's almost a
Okay.
4.
Yeah,
You're
that's
just
only
missing
3
that
away
last
from a 4.
part.
Oh wow, nice.
He even said nice.
Yeah, you deal 3 damage to the cloaker. Good job.
Wait, so the damage. Wait, so it's like
That's
a
the
human
number of
centipede
hours
thing?
before you die.
Like, I stab him and then he transfers it to me, but then I like poop it back out into him. That's
No.
amazing.
So
Back and forth forever.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You
Ew.
dealt 6 damage, half of
Right.
which you took, half of
Right.
which it took.
Yeah.
The end.
So he takes 6 still, no matter what.
No. He takes, look, while attached to a creature, the cloaker only takes half the damage dealt to it, rounded down, and that creature takes the other half. Kairos,
But then
what are you going to do?
Laugh at Sarek's inability to do math. So I think that's a 4-round action. I think.
What is going on today?
No. How close am I to this creature on this cloaked creature on Sarek?
I remember you had moved up.
Move action? Yeah.
I think that you can move action back in order to
I still don't understand the math.
I think I think I
Wait,
moved up.
back, Jesse.
Take the 3 and move on. Just,
Go read a damage transfer.
I hate this for you and for all of us.
I hate this for me.
I hate this for myself.
That's tough. As a treat. Okay, yeah, if I recall correctly, I think I moved up to like kill a Grell or something last time.
Yes, yeah. So there's a dead Grell lying at your feet.
Oh, it's floating. Remember you described it floating.
Oh yeah, it's floating upside down.
Okay. So yeah, Kairos is
Correct.
gonna move back and help Sarek as Sarek's like trying to almost like stab himself. He's like, yeah! And,
Yeah.
right. And I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna just with the skill of a spear, try to stab the cloaker and not hit Sarek.
Awesome.
Thank
Let's do
you.
the regular frozen spear that I have. Yeah, sure. What the hell?
Why do I feel like you're gonna stab Sarek?
13.
13 is not sufficient. This like floating cloud of cloakers. It's very hard to read, and your
Right.
spear.
Yeah, so I like hold back because it's not a good shot, but hey, I make 2 attacks, so I'll go again.
Yeah.
I'll take the 23.
Yeah, that one hits.
And let's do my damage.
But I'm gonna
Awesome.
get suckered.
That's 7. So Sarek, you take 3.
Sarek looks at you just like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Ow!
Killing this thing. And
You're kidding me? Oh,
And Kairos, would you roll
Deal
one
with it.
d4?
And yeah, D4.
Yeah.
I got a 4.
The cloaker that you stabbed vanishes, and now there are only 3.
Oh.
Is that it for your
Okay.
turn, Kairos?
Spooky. Yeah.
I'm starting to understand.
All right, and Kara. Your turn.
How far away am I from, like, technically, like, how far away am I from that grell that's right in front of Aya?
I
Like,
think
can
you're within
I-
move distance of the grell in front of Aya.
Can I go up to it and just snake it? Is it
Yes.
low enough? Okay. I'm going to do that. Damn it! Oh,
Oh man. Oh,
what a bad roll.
not quite enough. It's close. You can tell like this thing is just a soft, fleshy brain that's floating slowly in the air. But I think in
Okay.
your fervor, you like overswung and missed with your snake.
Yeah, I got too enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's my action.
There you go.
Guess I'll wait and try again.
All right, Aya.
Okay.
Your turn.
Yes. This eyeball thing is engaged in melee with me?
Yes.
Okay, but my
It
hex
floated
is
up
on.
to you and had attacked you with tentacle and beak last time.
Okay. But the cloaker is the thing I have my hex on.
Yes, I think you did that at the very start of combat, and then it like flew away and then came back with its friends, and
Yeah.
then you got grelled.
Okay, let me think here. Okay, so if the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature. But that doesn't mean if it's not dead, I can do it. Okay.
It's hexed.
Because I'm like, oh, well, if I attack this one in front of me, I kind of want to get the hex damage, but I don't think I can because it's not dead. So I'm going to, I always get confused with hex because it also says you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit with an attack.
Yeah, whenever you hit it with an attack. When you hit
Yeah.
the target. Yeah.
And I think I
If the
made
target drops to
argument.
0, then you can change the hex target. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I think what was the ruling we made last time? I know I rules lawyered hard to prove that a spell attack counts as an attack. There was like
yeah. When I mean, like, yes, when you
Okay.
deal damage from you dealing damage to a thing, that triggers hex. for me.
Okay. So I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't want to hurt Sarek anymore. I think I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toll the dead
Cool.
on the cloaker.
Yeah.
And basically it has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw,
Cool.
or it takes 1d12 necrotic damage and then hex damage on top of that.
Yeah. And Toll the Dead is a single target thing, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
yeah. So it's
Cool.
just right.
Go ahead and
Oh God,
cast
I
it
don't
into
know.
chat.
I don't know. Just a second. I don't know if it's the AOE.
Toll
Uh,
the Dead.
Point at
action,
one
point
creature.
at one creature. Yeah,
Okay,
totally.
Cool. So that way, hopefully, it doesn't hurt Sark. I don't know how anything works. Oh God.
It's weird because like the actual text of damage transfer is literally while attached to a creature, the cloaker takes only half of the damage dealt to it, and that creature takes the other half.
Oh,
like-
so it is the hit.
I could be a jerk about it, but I feel like if you're like rolling a wisdom saving throw, I don't know. I'm gonna give it to you because I think
Okay.
this is it's
You're a
it's more
kind and
interesting.
benevolent
Cool it off me.
DM.
Just someone yank it off me.
Or someone could pull it off of Sarek, but
I
nobody's
don't
doing
have
that yet.
strength.
Oh, okay.
Everybody is preferring to deal damage to Sarek instead of pulling the cloaker off of him. So I'm, I like this for me. So
You're
Come
such
save
good
you.
friends.
I'll come try to save you, Jesse.
Thank you.
I have no
all right,
strength.
so you're casting Toll the Dead,
Mhm.
Bronze. Awesome.
Yes.
So please roll 1d4. Cool.
Okay.
And it needs to roll. What's your spell save DC?
14.
14. Nice. Okay. It fails terribly,
Mhm.
and it takes 1d12 necrotic damage. So go ahead
Don't do
and
this.
roll
Don't
1d12.
not like this.
So it takes 9, and then it takes my hex damage, which is
Yeah.
an additional
D6. Yeah.
6. Yeah. So 14.
What does it look like when you kill the cloaker?
So you see, like, you hear like a dong, and as you do, like from the in middle of the cloaker, you just see like where you saw this disease creeping up on it of my hex, like almost like an explosion of like tentacles and gore, and it's like floppy bits just like flopper down to the ground softly, flapping.
Amazing.
Zarek's face.
Fantastic. Awesome. All right. Well,
It's
the
like a
cloaker's
pustule
turn.
bursting.
But it's dead.
Gross. Ew.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, it's like popping a pimple. But the
Oh, it
pimple's
popped
full
on
of
me.
Ew.
octopuses.
I've been octopopped. Oh, gross. Ugh.
I've been octopopped.
Thank you, I suppose. Ugh.
It sounds like a
Amazing.
catchphrase from like a serial character.
In the
Octopop.
meantime,
I've been
never wanna hear-
octopopped. It's like
I-
octopops. Yum. Kids love
Yum.
them. You know.
Octopops.
Sorry,
Yum.
guys. I'm sorry. I ran. I'm not. I did not take my Adderall this morning. I'm out. I promise. I'm getting more.
while you and Kara and Sarek are talking about octopops, the
I'm
Grell next to
imagining
you
like Octodad
The horror
had a
of children
real...
like sucking on tentacles.
just slaps
Octopops
in your
Traveler.
direction with its
Good, dude.
tentacles and then bites at you with its beak. It hits you with its tentacles and then it also hits you with its beak. So its tentacles deal you 13
Jeez.
piercing damage and its beak deals you 10 piercing damage. And I also need you to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
Wait,
You're talking to me?
No, I'm talking to
No.
Aya. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
oh, I
was
have
just
to
like,
make a
oh, this is
Constitution
me.
saving
The
throw.
beak,
All
the
of
beak
this
has
was to
poison.
I
Aya.
got really
Yeah.
nervous. I was like, wait, is that?
Why did I
mi-
think
like,
it was
miss my-
attacking Kairos? Oh, it's no, it's
Kairos?
me. Why
What?
would?
No, it's attacking. It's right next to you.
Because
I
he's
might
the
have said it
tank.
Kara, but if,
Doesn't
I
this
don't know.
doesn't this Grell know that I'm not the tank?
I think it does.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well,
Oh no, you are paralyzed.
and I took 23 damage.
Crap. And you took 23 damage.
Well, well,
Y'all,
well.
I'm gonna die.
No, no,
You're not
no,
gonna
no,
die.
no. No.
Heroes
Everybody's
never
like,
die.
no, you're not going. No. All right,
Uh,
Sarek. Aya just got knocked to the ground, paralyzed by this Grell.
I have to return the favor. She saved me from a terrible fate. So I'm going to take a shot at this guy that just nibbled on her a bit.
And it is engaged because Inkara's right there as well. So
Sneak attack. I'm aware. Oh,
yep,
I'm
you got that
I'm
sneak
aware. Let's do
Do it.
this. Long brawl. Bam.
nice, nailed it straight to the beak.
Gadoosh. And sneak attack. I can just press the button, right? Yeah.
Wait,
Yep.
so your arrow makes the sound gadoosh, and your sneak attack just goes
Skadoosh.
sneak attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Those. That's
That's the
when I-
onomatopoetics going on.
Yeah, when I attack for a stealthy assassin, I also am just like, pew, pew, sneak attack. Yeah,
Okay.
Skadoosh.
skadoosh.
All right, fantastic.
Okay.
Kairos, it's your turn.
Cool. So I think it's a move action to get back in line here. So I'm gonna
Yep.
do that and then make my attacks. First attack.
Oof,
Okay.
a miss.
Second attack.
Yeah, you got that one.
There you go.
For 7 plus 6 is 13.
13.
Nice. Very well done. And Kara, you got your
Yes.
Staff of the Adder in your hands.
Yes, and question quickly.
Yes.
I have moon shards of healing. Do I need to like hand it to Aya for her to break on herself, Because that's like what the text says, or can I just smash it against our?
You can smash it against Aya as a bonus
You
action.
can use you can use
Okay.
a bonus action to do it. Exactly.
I'll do that real quick, and then.
And you would
it
have to
was-
because Aya's literally paralyzed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
What was it?
That's 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, thank you.
There you go. Aya, you regain 6 hit points.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, yeah, and then I'm gonna try and snake him. Hopefully, it works this time.
Snaked him.
Yeah. Got him.
So it's DC 15 Constitution. Oh, wow. Double ones on that 3d6. Okay, DC 15 save or half damage. Is that what it is?
No, I think it's no damage.
Staff of the Adder.
Most poison is like all.
Yeah, I think
nothing.
it's yeah.
Yes, it's you have to succeed on the saving throw or you take 3d6 poison damage. Okay, so Constitution saving throw from the
Snake them.
Grell.
You kind of have to read all of the ones with poison though, because like some of them are like all or nothing, and some aren't.
Failed. So he takes the full amount of damage, which is 12. Very nice.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was like rolling more.
Yep, it's already there. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
That would have been a much
It was
better
so pathetic
roll.
that there's no way that could have been your roll, and we understand.
All right, what?
Sneak it
Roll.
in there.
There we go. Excellent. All right, Aya, your turn.
Mhm.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, it's
You
not ever-
fail, so you are still paralyzed.
It's not ever gonna happen.
I think the
I'm
Grell.
not Katharine Hepburn. I don't have a strong constitution. You know, I'm just
The Grell turns towards Ankara and then
No.
multi-attacks. Once with
No.
tentacles, missing entirely, and once with beak. Hitting with beak, dealing you 11 piercing damage, Ankara.
I got you guys these, but
Saving.
you're not here, so I'm gonna eat them.
Oh, that's so sweet.
What are those?
They look delicious.
Truffles.
Cute. I love that for all of us. Thanks, Franz.
Not gonna lie, I love it for Brit.
Are they good? Do you like bite into them to check what they are?
Yeah. Because
And
what
then,
if you
like,
bite in and then
Decide
there's
whether to
something-
finish them or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
No, you gotta treat it like a loot box. Like sometimes you get the bad loot, sometimes you get the good loot. You
No,
gotta,
I'm
you
like,
gotta
this
do the whole
box
thing.
is mine, and it will be filled with half-bitten pieces of candy that I didn't like, and the other part of it will be empty from the ones I did like.
Yeah.
Life's
Like,
too
do you
short
like?
to eat candy you don't
Here's
want?
like the crazy question. Do you like the ones filled with raspberry?
No,
Same.
Yes.
I don't like them. Oh my God,
Oh, well-
you're the perfect person for us to share a box of
I-
candy
yeah.
with.
I will eat your leftover raspberry chocolates.
They're all like half
What a
bitten,
what a
oozing
great
out. You're just
service
like,
you're doing,
Yes.
Steven.
I sacrifice myself
I
on
like
the
the
altar
caramel
of
ones.
raspberry chocolate.
What
Whose
was
turn is it?
What's going on?
Sorry,
Torrance turn.
it's your turn.
I'm gonna just shoot again. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, everyone else is like around it, so I'm just gonna take the shot. Save the day
Fair.
once again. Don't worry, everyone. I pull back my bow from the distance, and I look at you fighting valiantly, and I'm like, suckers. Oh.
Your arrow goes whizzing
That is
past
so
everybody.
Sarek.
You can't bend the arrow.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh well.
All right,
I feel
Kyra.
like you let go of it when you were like rolling your
All right,
eyes at
killing
us.
blow.
Like, "Suckers."
Kill and blow time. Here we go. Speared.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
The dead.
No.
All right, one more. It's really just me shoving the spear in further.
Yeah, totally. Grind that spear.
Nope. Apparently,
oh,
I just went through a tentacle or something and just went through. It wasn't anything else to.
There's a tentacle floating away in midair, just like
Yeah.
twitching sporadically. And Kara, it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna hit him again with my staff.
Canst thou snake him?
Snake 'em. Oh.
No.
Why? Why?
Thou canst not snake.
Ugh.
Y'all have these big +5s and +6s now. Y'all are not rolling great
It's not a
this
good day
session.
for us.
Aya,
Mm-hmm. Constitution save.
yes. You know what? +2.
It's actually +3 because they're within 10 feet of me now.
Oh,
yeah,
does an 8
yeah,
work?
so
Does an 8
no,
work?
an 8
Oh.
you're aiming for an 11, actually.
Oh no.
How do you
Well
imagine
then.
you're frozen? Like, what
I
happened?
think
What's the
she's
last
frozen
thing-
the way she was frozen on the screen a few minutes ago.
In my head, it's like the least heroic thing ever. Like
It's
it's like being stung by a jellyfish, where I'm maybe not even really paralyzed. I'm just sitting there like, oh, it hurts so bad.
You're just doing that breathing.
Oh,
Yeah, you're just hissing.
oh, it's like a jellyfish thing. Does urine work? Does urine work? What is gonna stop this? And everyone's
You're like, Kairos, look, look at how, look, it's all raised in red.
yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
We're over here with like salves and stuff. You're like, is anyone just gonna pee on me? And just if someone could pee on me, and we're like, we have medication that can help you. Like,
I've
really think
heard
someone
that
should pee on
work.
me.
I've heard that and seawater works. I don't know.
Oh, just if anyone wants to
we're
pee
gonna
on
find
me.
seawater in this fucking
Like,
game.
we have healing potions. I just think you should pee right on me.
Oh
And
Who is
Kara,
that?
this is for you.
no.
You take 17 piercing damage, and please make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
You also have a +1 to this saving throw. Not that I'm.
You are also paralyzed.
No.
Now you're sitting next to me. Oh my god.
I know. Listen.
Oh my
Who's right
god.
Have you ever seen jellyfish stings?
No. Yeah.
Bad.
Bad.
You wouldn't be laughing if you had. All right, sorry.
And don't pee
Shoot it
on
now.
box jellyfish. If it's a box jellyfish and you pee on it, it's all bad.
Wait, what does that
I'm
mean?
trying to
What
figure out-
happens?
It doesn't help. It makes it worse. And if you put fresh water on it, it makes it worse too. You have to use salt water or something like that. I think
Milk.
It's like wild. Jellyfish stings are nasty, y'all.
Yeah. Man, I don't think I'd have the wherewithal to like.
That's exactly
notate
what this is
type
like.
Of jellyfish stung me when I'm like
Right?
16 and running out of the ocean.
Like pick them out of a
I'd be like,
lineup.
What?
That was
species
that
was it?
one.
I don't know. Yeah. It was the boxy one.
Yeah,
There's
well,
a
that's the
bunch
thing
of
about a
white
box jellyfish. It's shaped like a cardboard box, so you know you can really
So
tell.
you know.
That's a lie, Steven, and you know it. It's because inspired by Kojima's Metal Gear Solid, it pops out of a box to sting you. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that.
Oh.
When you get stung, it goes bring, and like a little exclamation point appears. It's yeah.
Notes. Bye.
That's actually what it feels like when you're getting stung. It just feels like the sound. Bring.
Yeah.
Starrick, it's
All
your
right.
turn.
Well,
Once again, the first time was a test to see if they were paying attention, but now I need to really focus. So I roll my eyes doubly
Shoot it
hard.
now.
I'm like, I gave them plenty of opportunity. I guess I'll save the day again. And I fire. Kshink.
Nailed him.
Pachung. And then I snake attack. Pachong.
Nice. What's it look like when you murder the shit out of this Grell?
yay.
Sarek rolls his eyes and with a half-hearted bow launch, flings it over the head right by Kairos' ear. So he knows the person who saved them. And it hits this thing right in its dumb beak. And its beak, much like Looney Tunes, when Daffy Duck's face explodes,
Oh, I
his
love
beak spins
that.
around and falls off.
Yeah.
And the thing looks terrified and shocked that his beak blew off and he falls to the ground dead. And I sort of saunter over to the jellyfish stung teammates and just sort of like look at them and I'm like, feeling all right, are we?
You always have to be this cheeky.
Okay. Thank you, Satan, for standing up for us.
Are we actually able to talk? Are we fully paralyzed? Like
No, they're
all-
fully
everything?
paralyzed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
I just stare at him in
Are
silence.
they coming through of this, or do I need to?
You shake off the
Revive them.
paralysis fairly quickly.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
So I can't like move them into compromising positions where
cheeky?
like the two of them are like smooching and stuff and I'm like,
What?
no.
I
Right,
think
you know?
probably you're about to like achieve your crowning glory, and then both of them snap out of it, and
push them like statues.
punch you in the balls.
Yeah. Just kick you.
Right in the old balls? Well,
Yeah.
it's a good thing elves, their testicles are elsewhere.
I go
We
for the
might-
kneecap because
Yeah.
everybody knows the kneecap is like
You just saw
painful.
Star Trek 6, so get out of here.
Mhm.
Get out of here.
Mhm.
I'm
Always
just like,
kneecap.
we might make out, but you're never gonna see it.
Okay, Disney.
I've already seen it in my brain.
Okay.
like,
Disney.
I was about to say, like, don't say that. He's gonna draw fanfic
Yeah, he's got a whole
and stuff.
notebook of it.
I
don't
already
wanna
have
look at that
full
notebook
pages
now,
written
man.
out my
You're
story.
just gonna you can't gay bait like that. That's illegal.
All right,
Kids are
well,
amazing.
All right.
we did it.
Yeah, so like this paralyzation stuff, do I see them like coming out of it, or do I need to do something?
No. It wears off quite quickly.
Yeah, we've already like kicked Sarek.
Yep.
Okay. There's no like lingering or anything. Okay, cool.
No.
No, the only lingering damage is to my testicles.
That's in character. Okay.
Fantastic. Yeah, so we tick down the clock. There's 4 turns left, and if I recall, y'all were hearing like the sound of fresh rushing air from up ahead, where the ground turns upwards again into like a root-laden tunnel that you can climb.
Ooh.
Who was the lead before?
Um,
Someone was survival. Yeah, I think it was you.
Or
Yeah, I think it was
or
Inkara leading the way out.
Kairos. Yeah, because I have nature, but I was like not rolling very well to like figure things out. Okay, yeah. Do you guys want to just go up?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
let's get out.
Let's do it. We go up. Up we go.
Is Melissa with us
Excellent.
still?
Yeah. Melissa was cowering back in the back, shouting things like, "Oh, these terrifying tentacle skeletons are attacking you! Oh my God, the tentacle cloak thing!"
Yeah, I was trying to protect her and show off, but I got sucked on, so.
Yeah.
Wait, before we go, did they drop anything cool?
So nothing like fell off of their bodies, but as you are walking through the rest of this dark cavern with these like spheres of limestone that intrude into the space, like you get around a couple of these and there's a scattering of gold coins across the floor.
Nice.
Are they like
And,
in piles, or are they just little coins every once in a while?
In piles. I mean, they're not like neatly piled, but like tossed across the floor is the contents of a very heavy purse, basically.
God.
You find a total of 430 gold pieces.
Nice.
It's 80 healing potions.
Yeah. Should we just take it and split it
Yeah,
up?
that's like what 100 and
Would you say you said 430?
15?
430.
Um,
430 for the Dutch speakers in the audience.
nice. 107.5. Why did you choose
Yeah.
such an indivisible number, Steve?
How dare.
All right, we all get
dare you,
100
Dungeon
and a,
Master.
107 and a half gold each, as the math has determined. All right,
Lead us on. Yeah, get us out of here.
here we go. Yeah, let's go. We're walking up.
Y'all are pretty beat
Fantastic.
up.
All right, you
Yeah, we
Begin
need to like
ascending.
find some...
this darkened earthy tunnel, and fairly quickly, within a few short minutes of working your way through the tight underground spaces, you hear the sound of fresh air and wind and wind through trees from up above you, and shortly thereafter the darkness around you begins to grow gray. I think one of you at least was carrying a torch, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
I think so,
Um,
yeah.
And
I've
3 of
dark
you
vision,
have
not
dark
me.
vision anyway. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
Who's
totally.
the one? Yeah.
We've
Sorry,
all seen that comic with the
crow.
crow being like, "I have dark vision. What do I see? We all have dark vision." Yeah.
No.
Anyway, you approach the surface and burst your arms out of the hole among the roots of the bone tree and pull yourselves out and pull Melissa into the light, who quickly shields her eyes as she hasn't seen the natural sunlight in what was it that we said? 300 years?
Well, we know,
Something like
yeah,
that.
300 years ago is when her like civilization collapsed.
But she
Yeah, when
also
her city
doesn't
collapsed.
have,
She, like,
never
crumbled
had
to
eyes.
dust?
She never had
What's
eyes.
that?
She was a skeleton. She never had eyes.
Yeah, but yes, that's true.
Wait, was she a skeleton with eyeballs? Because that's
No.
even
No,
creepier.
Stephen made a very specific point to be like her hollow,
Her
the
empty,
hollow,
hollow eye
holes where her
sockets.
eyes go.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to describe the hollow, empty hole
yeah.
where her eyes go.
Do we still have Marshmallow with us too, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Nice.
Let's pull you back over to
The witch.
So I know. So
The
we
King's
never
Witch.
we never spoke about this, right? But like outside with this glowing red sun, does it bathe the whole planet in like a gentle red light? Like, is there kind of like a dark room effect, or is it?
I
kinda
think
normal?
like when I think about what that question looks like in reality, the answer I think is different for the world of the game
Okay.
world, right? So
Sure.
like,
Okay.
the world of the game world is like, one of those 70s sci-fi fantasy album covers that's like,
Yeah.
here's, ridiculous shining spires and jeweled cities and like an adventurer with a ray gun. And, like it's all like normal colored, but then in the sky is a sun that is colored red.
Okay.
So like, yeah, you're seeing
So
green
normal.
trees
Okay.
and,
Yeah.
green
Okay.
and brown, yellow grasses and the full rainbow colors of beautiful marshmallow. But in the sky hangs a heavy red sun glaring down over it all.
Good stuff.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so here you are. You've emerged from underneath this bone tree, and you can navigate your way back to the Witch of the Woods, if that be your destination.
What do you guys want to do?
I mean,
Yeah, we have
don't-
Melissa with us.
We don't know anything other than she's the only option, right? Like we
Let's
wouldn't be
return to the
like,
witch.
here's why we shouldn't take her.
I don't think so.
Then yeah, all right.
Unless there's
Worst
anything
case
else
scenario,
we
she
need to
can't
do.
help.
But yeah, I think yeah.
That's not that bad of a scenario.
Yeah, plus she's like loopy. She's like, I want to be Bones, which is too much for me.
We were gonna go to
Well,
that
that's
cave
a rallying
too,
cry if I
right?
ever heard one.
Yes.
We're gonna go to that cave or that druid is at or something.
I mean, that's
Yeah, so
part
you
of it.
also heard that the Death Druid was located to the east of the Witch of the Woods.
So by going, so do we need to go east to get to the witch?
The witch is down here in this.
Oh, I
in this
see. Yeah,
town.
okay. Oh, that's not bad.
And you don't know where the Death Druid is.
Yeah, except that
Nice.
it's the other way. Okay. I mean, it's not that far. Do you guys want to just go to the witch and go
Yeah.
to the cave?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
We need
Here
a
we
short
go.
rest anyway,
Beep.
or a
Yeah.
long one.
Yeah, I don't have
Alright.
any spell slots or anything.
And Kara, someone actually tweeted at me or something over the weekend to remind you that your wild shapes come back on a short rest.
Okay, I thought that was the case, and it has been debated. So officially, short rest. I get my wild shapes back. Yeah, because I'm Circle of the Moon. That's my thing. Okay.
Let me double check.
Dope.
But now that we're here, let's make sure that we're giving you the full benefit of your class.
Yeah.
Elf, half elf, divine smite. That sounds like, oh, nope, that's a paladin. That's cleric. Druid. Wild shape. Druid circle of the moon. So let's see. Let's remember, starting at 6th level, you can form into a beast with a challenge rating as high as your druid level divided by 3, rounded down. So you can be up to challenge rating 2 in your beast forms now. And then, yes, you regain expended uses of the wild shape feature when you finish a short or long rest.
Yeah. Yeah. More animals, guys.
More animals.
Yes. All right.
Finally.
Thank you, Steven.
Yeah. Killer. Okay, well, it takes you 10 minutes to walk until you reach the Holloway once again. And now you're just going to head south.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Would all of you roll a perception check for me, please? Oops.
What?
Not good.
Perfect.
Not good. I gotta say.
I have a 6 for perception.
Don't
Okay.
worry, I perceive.
Good.
Sarek,
Good job, Sarek.
Thank you.
I think you and Aya hear from up ahead once again, as previously when you came down this hallway before. You ran across and disguised yourselves from 5 Knights of Astafon first class who are patrolling along the hallway. And now, as you head back south along the hallway, you hear once again the telltale sound of the jangling of boots and buckles and straps and weaponry.
Can we hide again? I don't want to deal with these guys.
I don't have any more spells.
Yeah, you used Pass Without Trace
Yeah,
last.
it was like my last one.
Yeah, I don't have much either.
Can we like distract them? Like if we shoot some arrows away from where we are to like make, like maybe put some fire on it and light something on fire
Maybe we
far
put some
away.
fire on some arrows.
Arrows and
Put some
shoot
fire
them
on
away
it.
from us.
You can try in.
I could also like try to become an animal and distract them somehow. I don't know. What do you guys think? What should we do?
We don't know their intent. Do they have black eyes last time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're bad
Mm.
guys.
Hell
They're bad
no.
boys. We hid from them last time.
Can't
Bad
we
boys,
just go
bad
into the
boys.
forest and not be on like? Can't we just like walk?
Yeah, should we just go the long way?
Yeah, I mean, we could try that. Yeah,
What's our clock?
I feel
at?
like we're choosing
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
lesser
cool.
of two evils type
Um,
of deal.
So
So we just turn around and go back and go down to the right and then down to the left
Yeah.
again?
how far away are we from the witch right now?
So you're actually like, you don't know exactly how far it is to the village in the trees, but you know that you're quite close right now. If you were to continue down the hallway,
We would get there
then
before
you
the sun falls down.
What's that?
Sorry, I guess
So-
materially the question is, can we get there before the sun goes down if we try to do like a slower diversionary hiding from
Yes,
off
I
the road?
think you
Okay.
could.
Okay, that's
So if you walked back
the
north
question.
to the next hex, you'd get there. You would spend 1 turn moving here and then 1 turn moving here, and then that would get you there for
Yeah.
free. It'd take
Sure,
it'd take
that
2
works.
turns. You'd have 1 turn left.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm down with that.
Awesome.
Okay.
I mean,
We're trying to lose them in the woods, but we're going to lose a lot of time in the way. Is that okay?
I'm trying this thing for my voice. All right. So it's
Here's
I
the thing.
love
this is
that.
amazing.
Here's
I
the
really
thing.
liked it.
It's gonna take me a little bit to get used to you sounding
Yeah,
like
it's
the
just
guy,
jarring.
the guy who's like threatening me over the phone. But I love it. I love every bit of it. It's so like orcish.
Oh,
How do you do that, Eric?
I don't know, Jesse. What does an orc sound like?
Bell.
Like, hey, what's going on, kids? It's me. I'm an orc.
Hey, what's going on, kids? It's me. I'm an orc.
See,
One
just
for one.
like it.
1 for 1. Exactly.
I mean, I think canonically we now know exactly what orcs sound like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
All orcs
Pyros is
sound
one.
like anonymous people in murder documentaries.
Exactly.
And dissonant whispers sounds like a kazoo.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like
two
that, Eric.
two
This is
pieces
why
of
we're
canon for the
The
Sunfall Cycle.
Newbery Award winners. This is why we are the
is
most beloved D&D
hard work
actual
pays
play
off.
show
Yeah.
on the internet.
You guys, have you seen our Kickstarter?
when they gave us the award, they inscribed on it, "I love this" for the Newberries.
Yeah, yeah. Our Kickstarter was so successful, we gave that money to Critical Role because we felt bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because ours
They
was
needed a
so-
leg up.
They needed some support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
within 24 hours, our goal
Hashtag
exceeded
support small streamers.
3,000%.
We smashed that
That's
goal.
the limit. Eric, that's my limit. I have limits, Eric. I have limits.
Look.
All
Just
right,
saying we should raise
as the
diversity
four of you
diverse
bicker your
voices
way
on the
through the
platform, that's all.
forest,
Yes.
you make it back to like a spot where you can tell that like the bushes and leaves are like too intentionally arranged to look to intentionally look wild. and you realize that there are small strands and tendrils of vine hanging down from the trees. And you go up to one and you pull on it, and wabang, it ascends one of you into the treetops, and the four remaining of you each take another of these vine ladders or vine elevators and get pulled up into the treetop village of this town.
We have to recite the password again?
No, I think they've
They know us now. They trust
yeah,
us.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. They're actually like, these things aren't like magical. There are people up there who are like operating like basically like tautly bent. Yeah, tautly bent like branches that act as spring forms for like manipulating these things. Yeah.
They have elevator operators even in the forest.
Yeah, exactly. They're wearing little red hats and have little red vests with gold buttons.
Yes.
Do we have to tip them?
Cultists have a subservient underclass.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
law. Vibes.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so like it's taken you a little while in order to do your roundabout avoidance of the Knights of Astafon. Are you heading straight for the Witch of the Woods?
Like when we're back in camp, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there's like something that clearly should be getting our attention, we would probably make our way.
Yeah, cool.
What is that? I'm sorry. I'm like crying. I'm laughing so hard at Jesse's comment. I don't know why. It was so funny.
It was so dumb.
Fourth floor, fine.
That's all there is. What else is up there?
It like wasn't a full joke. I don't know. Just like my stomach hurts. I'm like, yeah, let's go to the witch's house.
Amazing.
See, you know when Steven's like over it when he goes,
Yeah.
amazing.
Amazing. All right. As we continue. Yeah.
So as we were saying. Yeah, okay.
Melissa came up with me, right?
Yeah, Melissa came up.
Right.
Yes. She is
we're all
with you. She's like pointing at the people around you like, why is there a skeleton village in the woods? Yeah, you shepherd her gently in the direction of the witch's hut. There's a bead curtain and there's like a gentle incense smoke coming out, and you hear the sound of like a knife chopping through something, clunk, and then hitting the wood of the table in a satisfying thunk. What do you do? Who announces your approach?
Hi.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're
Excellent.
buddies now.
Yeah.
It's true. You hear another voice from inside, like a strangely like. It almost sounds like a little boy saying, "Hi."
Oh, that's celebriD. It's okay, guys. It's celebriD.
Yeah, you push aside the bead curtain to the entrance to the witch's hut, and there she is, hunched over her workstation, her back to you, chopping up a zucchini, and the large red raven.
I caught that vegetable witch. Don't think it has not. It has not escaped me.
Is Blue Raven still with us?
Yes,
he's
Blue
on my
Raven
shoulder.
is still perched
Still
on
drunk?
Aya's shoulder.
Sobering?
I think Blue
Asleep?
Raven immediately launches itself across the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it like there's like an explosion of feathers as Red Raven like flaps up and like goes to the very end of it, the little golden chain that dangles to its foot, and then it flaps over and lands on the far side of its perch, and then Blue Raven like perches on the right hand side, Red Raven over on the left hand side, and Blue Raven just sort of like lolls its head over in the direction of the Red Raven and says, "Friends."
Aww.
There's a from the floor
Matchmaker,
next to you,
matchmaker.
Kairos.
Aww.
Make me a purple raven.
Yeah.
That got
Awesome.
very Full Metal Alchemist really quickly.
Yeah, just smash them together.
No.
Yeah, the Witch of the Woods turns around and says, "Hello, you've come back. What is it we can do for you today? Have you lost something and need to find it?"
The opposite. we found someone, a prisoner of some sort. But
Did
we're
you
not
take
sure.
them prisoner? Sorry.
What we're
I'll
not
stop.
sure is whether this prisoner was self-imposed beneath the tree or found or put there. We need help figuring out who this is.
So you went to the bone tree, did you?
I'm pretty sure it's probably the bone tree you're talking about. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's probably the
And-
same bone tree. Yes.
And this, the witch gestures in Melissa's direction. This is the prisoner.
Indeedly doodly.
Come here, dearie. Come here. And she like pulls up one eyelid and like stick out your tongue and like examines the cheeks, the tonsils, like sit here to follow my hand, follow my eyes. How many fingers am I holding up?
Real quick, does Melissa think that that the witch is also a skeleton? Like, has there been any talk about that, or is it not sure? Or is
she
this
very
witch so
clearly-
weird that Melissa thinks that this is actually a normal person?
She very clearly thinks that everybody who is alive is dead.
Right. I guess what I was trying to insinuate is this witch actually alive, or like
She
magically different
thinks
or
she
anything?
thinks that this witch is dead. Yeah, you can tell from her
Just like everyone
responses.
else. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So it's less chilling or creepy than it could have been. Okay.
She could be a dead witch. You never know. Yeah.
I would assume Melissa would have a different perspective of what this person would be. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, so the witch turns to the four of you and says, "What seems to be the problem? She seems perfectly healthy.
Well,
Don't do love potions."
no.
Good.
Why is everyone
Although-
looking at me? What?
You know why we're looking at you.
Yeah.
The
What?
prisoners mentioned that they have not seen many people and thinks everyone's a skeleton. I don't think that's what we would consider normal, perfectly healthy.
Yeah, and this is where we get to the point where the witch actually like pulls back her witchly cloak and exposes like the dangled plastered gray hair on the side of her head, and she approaches Melissa and says, "You think everyone's a skeleton, do you? Do you think I'm a skeleton?" And Melissa terrifiedly, "Yes."
Does the witch realize that Melissa's also wearing like a 300-year-old out of style dress?
Yeah.
You know, it's not entirely clear if the witch has made like a major note of noticing the style of fashion that Melissa is wearing. But you know, like I
Melissa's
assume
a
that
noble.
y'all
way
sort of
Melissa
like talk
always-
about the situation and brief the witch on like who this person is and what you found.
Sark probably would, because Sark would know the most. Sark has only told us a little bit of details, right? Like, they're Caledonian and nobility.
I mean, I will not share details with her, and I will just
Okay.
assume.
I tell her everything.
Yeah,
In
I won't
fact,
tell her
found
anything
in a
I know.
cage down deep under the tree, and she was absolutely a skeleton when I found her.
Yeah. And that
Yeah, did
she's
you tell
got
her you
really
found
old
the apple?
clothes.
And she thought she was a person.
And she turned into a human when you brought her back out into the light. Yes, I see. Classic darkness illusion. It's interesting that she grew to believe it herself after being in the darkness for so long. Well,
No, we fed her the apple.
the what?
The apple from the tree, the bone tree apple, the bone apple teeth.
What bone apple?
I see what you're doing.
The bone apple, the one
sorry.
that was at top of the
I
tree.
see it.
There was that. Wait. There was an apple growing on the bone tree.
Yes.
Yeah,
and you
we all
fed
bit
it to this girl.
Yes, we thought that'd be the smartest thing to do after everyone else ate from it.
There
I
you go.
didn't, because
I
I'm
was
no
waiting for that.
fool. But these two did. And I point directly at the two culprits.
Yes. Yeah. There's probably still like just like a little stain of apple juice, just like right here. Yeah. And she like looks at the two of you and says, "Well, at least it wasn't wasted."
What the hell does that? What the hell?
Now then, sit down here, dearie. And she pulls out like an old rickety stool and plops Melissa in it, and turns to the four of you and says, "This might be messy." And then she turns back to Melissa and says, "My darling, it seems that you've been affected by a curse.
Is it a curse that you want lifted? You are cursed to see all living things as dead.
I think Melissa, like, tearfully for a moment, inhales sharply and says, yes. And then the witch turns to the four of you and says,
This will be a challenging task. I will need your help. Are you willing to contribute to the
Nope.
lifting of this curse?
Nope. Sarek leaves.
Yes. What? Wait. What do you need?
I mean,
No,
it's
I'm
our
not saying
fault
no.
that we like brought her out of that hole. She was completely happy down there. So I guess like we should probably fix this now. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta help her.
yeah. The witch clasps her hands in front of her and says,
The only thing I need is the left hand of an elf.
Outside,
I'm an elf.
outside,
Wait, my whole hand
outside.
like,
you hear like, no,
chopped off.
don't do it.
the witch cackles.
No. This process requires manipulating powerful and uncertain arcane energies. I will need your help to stay here and corral them with me.
And she pulls like a huge brass bowl from under the table and sets it on the table, moving the crystal ball aside, sets it on the table and says, this will be easier for all of us if you contribute a sacrifice.
Of a
Money?
hand?
She asked
You
me for
want
money.
What do
This
you?
is money, right?
What
She
is
wants
it?
money.
She wants money.
He wants
We have
money.
so much gold, guys.
And she sort of holds up a hand and says, stop. It's not payment, sacrifice. What this magic needs is something meaningful, something important. You must give something that matters. It can be an item of sentimental value or an item of magical power. It could be as simple and as powerful as a memory of yours.
I have a bunch of stuff to dump into this bowl.
Amazing.
This is from like when we started playing.
Yes.
Part of my character, I travel around the world, and all the people I meet, I just steal little things from them, like a flower or like, some like a piece of cloth from their clothes or whatever it is, and I just keep it for my memories because it helps me like remember all the people I met throughout my life. So I'll just take out, I think I have a gray flower pressed in a book.
Yeah.
And I have probably like, maybe a fork that someone used. And maybe one more thing. So maybe like just a little figurine of a turtle.
Cool.
That I got from people I met at the beach.
It's made
Beautiful.
of seashells.
So I'll drop those threes in there.
I assume that this means that you can turn into a turtle.
Probably. I think so.
Yeah.
But
She
yeah,
holds
I
up her
tell
hands.
her
Wait,
like the
wait,
meaning
wait.
of it and stuff. Okay.
You must give me a moment to conjure the ritual. Sark, are you just like standing outside with your arms crossed?
Oh no, Sarek is like sauntering down the tree street, like looking at tree stalls and talking to tree people. I have no interest in that. Whatever is going on in there, I could care less. I've moved on.
I think the current tree people that is talking to you is saying, well, it's like heirloom. So like we cultivated it from seeds that had been found from a long time ago and grew it up with lots of love and care and smudging.
You don't say.
Fantastic. The witch says, I will conjure the ritual. And she raises her hands and she's like, looks almost like a vulture with her wings stretched out behind her.
Is she still holding the zucchini?
Looks up at her hand where she's still holding the zucchini.
I forgot. I need to put this away.
Stumbles over. Yeah. Comes back. And then she just shouts a word of power in the arcane tongue of magic, and there's a boom, and then like basically the entire room goes dark with like floating motes of arcane energies crackling on the edges of the room. And she says, "All right, dearies. The rest of this is up to you. The ritual requires power to be built up to its fullest potential. Quickly, do not waste time. And let's do this." Ah, yes.
What
Wonderful.
the hell?
We'll just put Melissa here in the middle. She's real big. Would the three of you roll for initiative?
I don't like the look of it. Okay, I got a 5.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry, I didn't select my character.
Add
I
turn.
didn't
Five.
either.
Yeah,
Oh
thank
my God, bronze.
I know.
Add turn. 3. Wonderful. Okay. So the witch of the woods, she's like looking around at you, and none of you are doing anything. And she says, "Excuse me, any moment. These magical powers can't hold for. Wait, what's that?" And then like this darkness starts pressing against the edges of this bubble of magical power that's sort of encompassing all of you. And you see like an oily smear just sort of like slide across the surface of this bubble and then peel away.
Ew.
So let's see.
We're gonna fight a spell? That'd be sick as hell.
Is it oily in the exact same way that wall kind of looks that we can't
Which wall?
figure out? That it's not like the obsidian wall or anything like related to that, is it? Was
No.
that the
Doors? No.
obsidian wall?
No. It's not related
Yeah.
to the doors. Yes. Cool. So this like oily like tendril brushes against the surface of this bubble, and then recedes. And the witch looks perturbed by this, but turns to you, Ankara, and then says, quickly, girl, go." What are you going to do?
I immediately put my hands up just like her.
Yes, excellent, fantastic.
Where?
And then she
What
says,
do I do?
she says, reach out with your skills, and if you need assistance, sacrifice something important.
I guess I just put my arms out and just start trying to reach out.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it sounds like you're kind of like reaching out with your arcana.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
Let's say that.
Let's see. I need to grab y'all's character sheets. Let I have them. Kara, Aya, Kairos, and Sarek, the loner, negotiating zucchini prices with the vegetable witch. All right, awesome. And Kara, Arcana is something you're trained in, which is good. So roll your Arcana as basically as a 2-hit roll. Woof. Yeah, so you can feel like the energies of the spell sort of like swirling around you, and you like extend your sense of the arcane to try to grasp onto the spell and feed energy into it, and you fail.
Can I dump more stuff into that bowl and try again?
Oh, did you submit something into the bowl?
I put all those 3 items in.
Oh, so do them one at a time. So if you try to like dump them all in, the witch is like, wait.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So you dump one of them into the bowl. Go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like the spell is complex enough that you don't actually manage to grab it.
All right, I'm gonna put the turtle in.
Oh, it's your turn is past.
No.
Kairos, how would you like to contribute to the casting of this spell?
I'm not.
You're not?
I don't have anything to offer.
So you work with whatever skill you feel is appropriate in order to like make this go more smoothly. You could like interact with Melissa to keep her calmer through this. You could like, and also the witch especially explicitly, she was like, you can donate like a memory in order to increase power for this spell.
Right. Okay. No, I think I'm gonna try to assuage Melissa here.
Cool.
And
yeah.
Melissa, you're gonna have to trust us one more time. We're gonna fix this, okay? Stay with us.
Your voice is really strange. Yeah. Are you? Is this like
racist? You're on your own.
Are you persuading her?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Yeah. Roll your persuasion. Nailed it. Awesome. Okay. Persuasion is a
Got one of those
1d6.
voices.
Yeah, that's what it is. Persuasion is a 1d6 skill here. So roll 2d6 for your successful persuasion. Your crit. Awesome. 5. Gotta just like. Yeah, there we go. Wonderful. Oh no, wait. Wrong one. Wrong bar. Excellent. Aya, your turn.
Okay. I am gonna go on the offensive a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Have we had our did we determine whether or not we had a short rest?
I think you have not. Not since
Okay.
your cloaker fight.
Okay.
In fact, if you had, then the sun would have exploded. So.
Okay. I am going to try to think how I want to do this. You said it was like a black creepy tentacle outside?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. To try to like maybe potentially get eyes on it, I'm gonna create a bonfire, like
Okay, cool.
where I saw it.
Yeah.
Maybe try to ward it off. Yeah. So I don't know. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. So you
Okay.
create a bonfire, and it erupts outside of the
Yeah.
the magical energy, and yeah, like out there in the darkness, you can see like a seething mass of black tendrils. Roll perception for me.
Oh shit, my perception ain't no good.
Yeah, the tendrils sort of part, and you see the skull of a bear peering through them in your direction. The casting of the spell and the doing of this does feed energy into the power of the ritual.
Okay.
To roll 1d10 plus your intellect.
Like I'm assuming my intellect modifier.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh shit. Okay.
Killer. All right. Awesome. So we're going to need to add, yeah. There we go.
The
Cool.
entity.
Capital
Yeah.
E entity.
So-
Entity.
I was like, what is he clicking around on?
What is this?
Capital
Dead by
entity.
Daylight? What the heck?
Once again, these tendrils begin assaulting the barrier that is keeping you all protected from this magic. And yeah, let's see. That's 1d20 plus 7 this time. Mm-hmm. Ooh. 4d8 plus 6. 25. And then the second time.
I don't even know what these numbers mean.
I know.
They're
I'm like,
just
this is
high.
upsetting me.
And then it takes a second turn and hits. 2d8 plus 3. Yep.
We're clearly racing.
Yeah.
This is a race.
We're gonna lose. Okay.
Yes. Okay. And Kara, what are you gonna do?
So we're still trying to just use our magic to like keep the dome intact, right? That's our priority right now.
Yeah. Well, so you're feeding energy into this ritual
Yeah.
that she is performing to help like release the curse on Melissa's mind.
Yeah.
So you can contribute whatever skills you think are appropriate. Like Arcana is a really obvious
I'm
one
gonna
that feeds
try
energy.
that because that's like one of the better ones I have. So
Some other ones that might
Oops.
work very. Yeah.
First one was bad. Damn it.
So hang on, but
accidentally
you were feeding another element into the bowl, weren't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that gives
Put
you
the turtle
advantage.
in there. Yes.
Tell me about this turtle. What was it?
It's
What does it
carved
remember?
out of beechwood. So
Mhm.
I met some like ocean elves, mermaids on the beach. And we had a little party and we went swimming together. And then we had a camp out on the beach. And while we were sitting around the fire, one of the other elves, the ocean elves, carved the turtle for me out of the beechwood and gave it to me.
Fantastic.
So that one I didn't steal. Sometimes
It was a
get gifts
gift.
given to me. Yeah.
Wonderful.
But he stole
Okay,
the wood.
Ankara, roll 1d10 plus your intelligence modifier. Nice. Kairos?
All right, I'm gonna try something. I'm going to help with Arcana, but what it looks like is I think so I know a little bit about the arcane, just from my background as being carrying the annals and magic. So I think what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna draw from past experiences, but I'm not gonna contribute anything from my memory, but I'm gonna draw back from the history of the Legion. And I'm going to use, and for fun, I think I'm going to try to say in Draconic, the let not the light of heaven shine upon our sins. So it's probably something like, like.
What the?
Yes!
And,
Oh my god.
That sounds evil, not good.
Well, I
This is
mean, what
incredible.
was in the arcane tower? I mean, of course it's evil. So I'm using something like that, right? And,
Fantastic.
so
I'm giving you
arcane.
advantage for that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So that's it's make an Arcana check.
All right. This is what you need to know. Spend a fucking ton of money on a Go XLR, and then you're good to go. Okay, that's how you get advantage in D&D. Pay to win.
Woo! Well, it's a
17.
good thing you had that advantage because that was not a great roll on that first one. Yeah, you nail it. So roll 1d10.
Okay. Oh, that's a D20.
Whoop.
Okay,
Hey!
see, there we go. Hey.
It was
Same.
destined. Fantastic. Aya, we're back to you.
Okay. That thing does way more damage than we do.
Yeah.
And I have
It
one
also crit.
inspiration. So I'm going to do something that's a little bit weird.
Amazing.
But I'm going to try it because my character's low wisdom. So it works. So I'm going to use my inspiration. I'm going to go ahead and mark off that I used it. And I am going to, this barrier is like a magical barrier, right?
Yeah. And like the presence that's pushing against the outside of it is also a magical thing. Like it's clear that something about this spell has halfway transitioned y'all into like an interdimensional space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to extend a hand outside of the barrier and attempt to distract the entity by being like, why do you want her? She's weak when you could have someone infinitely more powerful.
What the fuck?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Oh my
Okay.
god, the bravery.
Amazing. I'm going to give you the benefit of that crit because this is fantastic. I give you advantage for doing this. So roll 2d6 plus what? Charisma? Yeah, plus your charisma modifier. Plus double your charisma modifier. So
okay.
Ron's used inspiration anyways.
Oh yeah,
Right.
totally. Yeah. What the fuck?
So I got
Robbed.
so 3 and then plus my charisma modifier twice.
Yes, so that's a total of 9.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so okay, plus 9.
I rolled.
Wait. That's plus 9, not minus 9. Fantastic.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. You feel like pulsing oily tentacles wrap wrap themselves around your arm. You very clearly caught its attention.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Oh, this is fine.
This is fine.
I'm just like looking at Aya like
We're gonna have the answer to go here at initiative step 10. Cool. So first of all, these tentacles like grasp onto your arm.
Mm-hmm.
hitting you.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh.
And dealing you 9 necrotic damage.
Okay. That's fine.
And then the entity, while part of it is distracted holding onto your arm, another part of it is assaulting this barrier and dealing, 17. The barrier. And then it's in Kara's turn.
Oh man.
This works out. I bought us time.
Yeah.
You
Cool.
did. You
Should
absolutely
I just
did.
try to roll for Arcana again to keep it strong?
It's a good plan.
Or do you want me to help you, Aya?
No. I would say,
Okay.
yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
I think that.
We'll figure. Yeah. No, I'm fine. It'll be fine. Probably.
Oh, woo!
Nice.
It was a 1d10
Easy.
plus 1, right?
Yeah.
Or is it 2d6 when you crit?
No, it actually should be 2d10
Oh yeah. Okay. 2d10
plus 2.
plus 2.
Nailed it. 16. Oh, look at that. You've
Ah!
tied it up.
The fight of our lives.
Amazing. Unfortunately, the
Teamwork.
entity is growing stronger.
No.
It hits for another 11. All right, Kairos, we're back around to you. What are you going to do this time?
Okay. So I was thinking about using my divine sense here to help like get a picture of what this thing is fighting us.
Yeah.
So I think I was going to use that, but I don't know exactly how that gets translated to this challenge. So I posted here. It's like I can detect the presence of strong evil based on if it's celestial, fiend, or undead. I know the type, but I don't know its identity.
Yeah.
But I know the presence of any object's been consecrated or desecrated, as with the hollow spell.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. There's a very strong undead presence pushing against this dome.
Okay.
Definitely.
So just by me burning this class feature, do I get something, or does this influence a skill
Yeah.
check? Maybe like a
I think that,
investigation
like,
roll, or
So if you, so
Arcana?
I think in a number of ways this can contribute to you
Religion.
having advantage on your check.
yeah.
So like knowing that you're fighting against an undead presence that's pushing and trying to disrupt the ritual, you can like manipulate the way that you
yeah.
like engage with arcane energies in
Right.
order to like.
We know how to
do it
break
more
through the undead
effectively.
firewalls. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Hack the planet.
Yeah. Right. So I guess this is probably influencing my Arcana check because we're dealing with
Totally.
magic. Advantage. 21.
Nailed it.
It's 2d6 again.
No, 1d10 because it's not a crit. Yeah, 1d10 plus. But your intelligence is -1, so it's just 1d10. Nice.
Very nice.
Amazing. Plus 10. Whew. Okay, Aya.
Mm-hmm.
Your arm is outside this barrier with like tentacles pulling on it.
Yeah.
I think on you.
Real quick though, to bring it back to me, just real quick, is there any
Yeah.
like what do I? So I described me sensing this thing, right? Which is like me like reaching out with like my spirit.
Yeah.
What do I sense? It's like the idea of like, you know, when Frodo sees Sauron like with the ring on, like there's like a sense of like there's someone watching me and I can see it in like this weird space. I think like that's what I feel
Yeah.
like, or like,
So, like,
or no,
like,
it's more
you-
like Kylo in the Star Wars, like Kylo in like Return of the whatever this middle one was.
You're
Last
fine.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Or,
Rise
like,
of the Last
are you
Jedi.
here with me? Like that part of like their force connecting. Like, are you
Yeah.
here with me? Am I here with you? I feel you. That thing.
Yeah. So I think you sort of send out your senses, and yeah, this noxious odor of strong evil fills your divine sense.
So it's not conscious. It's just like this. It's just a
Well,
force.
so again, just reading the way divine sense is written, you gain the type, the type of a being whose presence you sense. So you sense the presence and it registers on your senses like this noxious odor of evil. You understand this is undead. And also like in that mental space where the two of you are looking at each other, you see a single creature standing, and it's like hunched over this huge hulking thing with like a bear skull poking out of the front of it with like
Cool.
tentacles just like pouring off of it.
Something
Yeah.
out of
Right, these
Inuyasha.
emerald. I love it. Cool. That's what I was
Except-
thinking of. Yeah.
Except that it is also 3 creatures.
Right. It's more than one. Okay.
But you don't understand why it is both 1 and 3 creatures.
Okay. See, that's thank you. I didn't know its identity, but yeah, the idea of one or many and that kind of stuff. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's what you get from this.
Yeah, perfect. Sorry. Okay, continue.
Amazing. Aya, what are you
Mhm.
doing?
Okay, so this thing is like firmly wrapped around my arm now, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I am gonna be like, gotcha, and just acid comes pouring out of my hand and acid splash it. And try to
Amazing.
try to send it maybe like reeling back.
Yeah, so it needs to make like a dexterity saving throw with the acid
Mhm.
spot.
Yeah. And it'll do 1d6 on top of that.
Yes.
Well, it is not a very dexterous pile of tentacles that's trying to press as much of itself against this thing as possible. So it,
So it
it
takes
utterly fails.
10. Yeah, it takes 10 acid damage. I don't know if that damage means anything, but
I'm going to add
distraction
it to your,
maybe.
I'm going to add it to your race.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yep.
Yes.
Bam.
All right. Now we need to add a fourth entity.
And as the tentacles melt away with the acid, you see a big middle finger.
Player 4 is doing the game.
Fantastic.
Okay, why are there 4 entities now?
So yeah, like more and more of the dome has been getting plastered with tentacles, and now the dome is entirely covered with like seething, writhing black tentacles. There's no way for there to become more entity, but it is we have reached maximum entity.
Gotcha.
Yep. So let's see.
I'm getting like arrival vibes of like the aliens, but the hectopods behind the glass. Like there's just like this black smoke and like these tentacle things on it. Yeah,
totally. Ooh! Oh no! It missed. Its first attempt to break through the barrier completely failed.
Nice.
Its second attempt was successful.
Heck.
For 19. Okay, Britt.
All right.
What do you do?
Do this again. I mean, I don't think there's anything else I can do that will help more.
Do you have anything else to sacrifice?
I do. I
What is it?
have the I had the flower and the carving, and then I had one other thing. What was it?
A fork.
A fork. Yes.
Yeah, but
Yep.
is Melissa worth it though? That fork?
I can give up the fork.
Okay.
I picked it up off the floor after someone I liked dropped it.
We're learning about just how strange Ankara is. Your 17, what you have from advantage, is successful. So that's 1d10 plus your intelligence modifier.
Fuck.
Oof. Oof.
Sorry, guys.
The entity succeeds for 12.
This is not good. This is really
Kairos, you can see that the magic of this ritual is beginning to unravel and the barrier is beginning to collapse. What are you going to do?
You know what I'm gonna do? No, I don't think I can succeed here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ready an attack for the first thing that comes out of here, knowing that it's basically broken. So I'm gonna stop that.
Probably
Instead,
smart.
I'm gonna basically ready an attack to smite the first thing that comes out of this barrier.
Okay, right on. We're back around to the entity, which crits,
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
dealing 4d12 plus 6 damage
I think I can get 2.
for a total of 28.
Yeah.
And the ritual just comes completely unraveling. Just like this magical sort of like dome collapses, and these black tentacle tendrils just come pouring in. Aya gets swept away, just like pummeled into the center of this dome.
I'm just like, sorry.
Yep. Kairos, go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. Is this just the first tentacle?
Yeah, so I think like
Sure.
as things sort of clear, yeah, unfortunately you do miss on this, but like most of the tentacles start fading away, but there's like basically a black dolphin composed of tentacles like writhing in the middle of the witch's table. And
Somebody's been
stab at it
playing
with your
Death
spear.
Stranding. Just kidding.
I absolutely did play Death Stranding. I played the heck out of Death Stranding.
I love it. I have
I'm
such a
okay
clear
making
mental
fun.
image of
Yep.
what you're describing because I've played that game. Like I could see it.
Absolutely.
We joke, but we absolutely fucking love it when you
Yeah.
wear your inspirations on your sleeve like this. We love
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And you stab at this thing, but before your spear strikes it, it actually vanishes like smoke. And then the witch's chamber like snaps into focus around the four of you. Snaps into focus around the four of you, and the entity is gone. The magic has failed. The witch is slumped in her chair, clearly unconscious. And Melissa like looks up and says, it's worse. And I think that's probably where we should go take a 5-minute break.
Oh man.
Gee,
We
dang
didn't
it.
exactly help Melissa.
Nope. We tried though.
I flick like the tentacle remains from my hand onto her.
We on break?
We will be. All right.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for the
I've been
technical
pleased
role
so
play
bad.
to end. All right, so we'll be back in 1 second. Stay tuned for more of them failing so terribly. So
Yeah.
terribly.
Someone bailed on us.
It was close.
It would have been
Failing.
a totally different story if
So-
someone hadn't just walked away to go explore the Vine Town.
The vegetable witch farmer's market.
Yeah, and it's delicious. I'm getting great deals on quinoa. All right, we'll see you guys in a minute. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sunfall Cycle.
There it was. Found it.
Mhm.
Got
So
him.
nice to be back.
You see, there's a trick to getting Jesse to push the play button.
Say, just have a very brave take all of a sudden.
Yeah, have a very
Yeah.
brave, have incredibly hot
Referencing-
takes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
referencing past experience.
The hotter the take, the faster we go live. So
Yep. Yes.
if
Yes.
anyone in
Pointing
if anyone in
out-
chat's wondering, like, what what determines the length of a break? Well, it is the
How long it takes the crew to
Yeah.
get into spicy conversation.
the faster and spicier, the better. The better for
You fly
you.
too close to the sun, and you just
Yeah, and
bring
then
us
I
back
tear your
home. You
wings
crash
apart.
us right to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Someone has to. I'm like I'm the Greek god of your
Flying too close,
failed adventures.
The heat of those takes melts our wings.
Yeah, those takes are too hot.
Are we Icarus?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like his dad.
That's what I
who's
was
very
thinking.
disappointed. Like, don't do it, son, you idiot. And you're like,
his dad's awesome.
yeah, I know. That's why I'm the dad.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
and you're all like, I'm
Oh, wait.
trying, father. And we're just,
His
I'm like,
dad's the dude
don't
who
do
designed
it,
the
boy.
maze for the Minotaur.
Don't do
Mhm.
it, boy. You'll fly too close to the sun. You're like,
don't remember his
I'm
name,
doing
though.
it, father.
Wait, why do you get to be the
Daedalus.
dad?
Yeah, there you go. Dr. Sordidus. You're
Dad-
the
Dad-
best.
Daedalus.
Thanks, chat.
Because
Daedalus.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Daedalus. That's how we remember. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Daedalus.
Daedalus. I like that. I like that a lot.
Daddyless.
What?
It's, what's
Wait.
Icarus's dad's name?
Hold on.
Daedalus.
Daddyless. We call him
What?
Daddy for short.
Hold up. No.
All right, so the four of you are in a room.
Daddian.
I like where this is going.
Daddian.
You're not here, Sarek. You're off.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Debating
I mean-
the
Hold
stock
on.
price of zucchinis.
Sure.
Oh, okay. He's not like outside the. He's coming. Oh, he's coming back with the groceries, right? And that's like when the first tentacle like shoots out the window.
I would know. You guys like went to a different void. You went to a different
He went
world.
to Whole Foods. He went to the Whole Foods here. There's a Whole Foods.
If I went
Whole
back,
Foods in this
you'd
cult-
be
in this
like,
cult.
not there.
For sure.
I'd walk in and be like,
It'd just be like a
hello?
spherical hole in the ground.
yeah. Don't worry, I'm getting
right,
the
so-
best prices.
The three of you are sitting around the edge of the room, and Melissa is seated at the table, looking around in fear. And then the witch just sort of goes, "Ugh!" And so she sits bolt up straight. Her thick dark hair cascading over her slender shoulders. She looks at you with a completely unlined face of a young woman. She's probably in her early 30s. And she looks at you, and you start hearing the rumble of the sun exploding outside. So you know that your time is measured in moments, not even seconds.
Damn.
And the Witch of the Woods looks at you and says, "We can never complete the spell. while the death druid opposes us. And then fire erupts and the entire world turns to an incinerated inferno of destruction.
Question.
Yes?
Um.
You didn't get a number.
All right, we can move on.
What were you
Close
at?
his book.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It doesn't matter now. What's the point? Just come back next life and do it.
It's true. You've got a whole 110. Wait. 100 minutes. Oh my God. What's 10 times 10, Steven?
It's
For a second there, I thought you were going to say 110 lives left.
If
And I was like,
you-
wait, we have a limited
I know. I was about to be
What?
like, what?
Oh,
I
that'd
was
be
like, oh,
Huh?
shit, we're done. We're
Are you
fucking
ending this
done.
game?
We're going to fucking die.
I thought we were gonna be playing this for until we're like 80 years old.
It's true.
I hope so.
It's the only excuse I have to talk to Bronze anymore.
What? You don't need an excuse.
I just wanted you to say that in public.
Yeah, you can hit me up whenever. You're the best.
So good.
Wait. So the world just like straight up ends, as per usual.
Mhm.
Question.
Yes.
How many blue tears do we have on us?
Currently 2.
Okay.
Yep. So
Two more.
Yeah.
Yep. So you hear wind rustling softly through flowers and grasses, and you open your eyes upon the gardens of the moon. You hear a sonorous voice say, "Welcome. It's so good to see you." And then you hear a caw caw as Aya, this drunken blue raven, goes stumbling through the air in the direction of Maine's Hollow, this large oak tree, which has a number of other ravens now perched in its branches. I think there's a white one and a yellow one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and this blue one flaps over there, lands on the hollow that Maine lives inside of, on the lip of that, like peers into it and goes caw, and there's an echo, caw, 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 caw. And then Maine's head just goes bah, like snaps out of the opening, opens its mouth, and just claps its beak shut around the blue raven, and then slowly retreats back into the hollow as a single blue feather drifts to the ground
Whoa.
and lands.
We've seen that a few times, and it never gets easier.
No.
Still disturbing. Still
It's-
just as disturbing as the first time. You
It's
think,
upsetting.
oh, we know what's going to happen. We've seen this.
We've seen
We know what's
horrors across
coming.
the world, but
Yeah.
this just never.
Watching
Nope.
him eat his own birds is the weirdest part. We have to get that red
Unpleasant.
bird.
Yeah.
That was the saddest thing I've ever seen.
That was
I've seen
horrible.
some really sad things, but watching the two of them reunite in that little chain on his little leg, I didn't think I could feel anymore, but I definitely felt something there. We got to get that red bird.
We'll go back.
Yeah.
Is that what we want to do?
Well, at some point, the
yeah, we don't need to do it right now.
gonna let him go easily.
So,
Uh,
there's a couple important changes as a
Yeah.
consequence of returning the blue raven. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we unlocked something.
New soundtrack?
Yes, new soundtrack.
Nice.
New photos are now available in
Well,
the
yeah.
gallery.
This is
The
that moment of
first
the side
which-
quest. You know, the side quest window, like 6 things with the little yellow exclamation points like show up there and
Yep.
then fade away, and you're like, oh fuck, what were those?
The first of which is that the moon shard of healing gets upgraded. It's no longer a 2d4 plus 2, it is now a 6d4 plus 6 moon
Huh.
shard.
Oh, that's a big upgrade.
dope.
Yeah, that's a big
Wow.
Good.
upgrade.
Wowzers.
Those are it's
Ah.
actually like super useful now. Okay.
Same price?
Same price. Second, spell icons have been upgraded. Yes.
This little boozy boy was so useful.
The camera?
Mm-hmm.
as a bonus action. Yes, so now, as a bonus action, hold the spell icon to cast its spell as if it was a spell you had prepared. You no longer spend a spell slot to cast the spell.
Brilliant.
Wow.
And the cost is now 50 GP per level. And spell icons now have a chance of spawning from level 1 through level 4.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Interesting.
We have a lot of gold.
Hmm.
Oh yes. There was one other important thing. Aya, I think you would be the one who like noticed and took action on this.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the ritual, when everything had collapsed and the witch woke up as her younger self, you noticed there was like a collection of arcane effluvia that had coalesced from the spell and was scattered around the room. So let's roll and see how much of this there was.
Okay.
It's an exploding roll, and it's a D3 roll. So every time I roll a 3, I roll another D3 to add more.
Okay.
And the roll is 3D3 exclamation point, so it's 3D3 exploding. So here it is. There are 15.
And then we got 3 that exploded.
Oh yeah, totally. So that was all calculated into the roll. So I was only rolling 3 dice, and that exploded into 6 dice.
I understand now. Okay, I got
Yep.
it.
So
Gotcha.
yes, you saw this, you scooped it up and grabbed it all before the world exploded. And when you awake on the moon, like you have like collected in your arms a small pile of this arcane effluvia, this flux. It looks like light blue cotton candy, except that instead of being soft and like sugary to the touch, it's hard, but still very light. And interestingly, Maine now sells this substance as well.
Huh. Okay. I'm going to show it to the blacksmith. Deether.
Yes. Let's see. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, so you go over to Deether, and as you walk in, he's like plunging something into the barrel of oil to quench it. And he turns over to you and he says, Aya, just the person I was hoping to see. I've completed something for you.
For me?
For you. And then he looks over to the man who's like dripping in sweat, his weak, flabby arms just like hanging uselessly from his body. He looks in your direction and says, "Oh yes, we've finished the rings that we promised you, the key to the darkling mirror. Here," and he holds out one hand, and he's got 3 rings in one hand, and Deether pulls the item from the barrel of oil, and steaming there at the end of the tongs is a 4th ring.
Perfect.
And Leander looks at you and says, "Will you please give me my book now?"
Gaslight him.
Did I say I would give it back right when I got the rings? Because I like the book. There's a lot of things in the library I want to play with.
But
And I
what
feel
if,
like if I give you the book, I'll never see you again, and I'll never see that library again. And the thought of that makes me sad. And when I get sad, my sadness takes the form of great anger and destruction.
Deether pulls the ring back and says, "I like Leander. He helps me. I think with his cooperation, I could make much more powerful items."
Well, I like Leander too, Deether, but here's the thing. Leander is a slimy, slippery little fuck. I
She
was
said
going to
it
hold
anyway.
back, and then I said it anyway.
Oh my.
Deether says, "It's true." And Leander says, Hey. He says, "But he knows a great many things that are useful to me. more than that, he sort of like looks around. I suspect he may know a great many things that would be useful to you.
Then I suppose his goodwill is valuable. Fine. I reach into the bag and I give him the book, but I'm not happy about it.
Deether grabs it and says, oh, yes.
And I still think you're a limey.
The book.
Fuck. You know what? Yeah. No, you are.
Deether reaches into his pouch and he pulls out a ruby. And he says, yes, well, perhaps I have been a little bit cagey in the past, but this one I quite assure you is for real. And then he hands it to you.
I take it from him. Does it turn into a stone?
No.
Oh.
It turns into a cobra.
Yeah.
I think this might be the beginning of an actual working business relationship, Leander.
Yes. Well, I do hope so. Here. These are for you. He hands you the 3 other rings, and then Deether cools off the 4th ring and hands it to you. And Leander says, but there's just one problem. In order to use a darkling mirror, you have to smear your blood on its surface, or else it will not admit your passage.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
All of our blood or just one person's blood?
Just one person.
Not it.
With the ring. He like opens the book and leafs through it and closes it and clutches it to his chest. And there's just like a look of bliss on his face for a moment as he's reunited with this precious item, this object that he's been desiring. And he opens his eyes and he looks back to you and he says, yes, well, I quite like it here. Deether is a very pleasant gentleman, and well, you know what saloon is like, and I think I might stay here. If you have need of my services, I think I probably can help you on your quest.
Where do you fall in all this?
What fall? I try not to.
No, but I mean, where is your horse in this race? There's the king's horse. There's the rebel's horse.
Yes.
Which horse are you betting on?
Well, I think the king has all the resources and all of the mages and all of the knowledge, and that seems pretty good to me. I think if I were to bet on someone coming up with a workable solution, it would be that sort of a person.
So you want to bet on the winning horse, but you don't really care about either horse.
Well,
probably smart.
I'm not sure what you mean. If the stakes are the literal destruction of the world and maybe not the literal destruction of the world, then who wouldn't bet on the winning horse, really? And under such circumstances, who would bet on a losing horse?
Fair.
Oh.
What?
What?
Well, you can't just say "oh" and then be like, I have nothing.
That was a good reaction.
Yeah.
I can't. No.
No, see what? Now,
I'll tell you on break. Before Jesse takes us back sometime.
What?
Not right now.
What is going on in your head?
It's too hot of a take. It's too hot of a take. I couldn't.
Too hot of a take. Yeah. So Deether says, yes. Well. If you need any help with knowing things, that is a service I can provide. It will take me some time to look through my library, and he like caresses the book in his hand, but I can help you learn things, understand anything you want to know. Just come and ask. I will tell you the answer.
Well, in that case, I think we have some homework for you.
Really? Already?
Yeah, don't we have like a bunch of like letters we got from the tower? and we were trying to make heads or tails of them. We had on Ursa and Asher.
Yes.
We had the history. We had on dragons, which I think we knew
Yeah.
everything about that. And then we had on Saloon. Oh, yes. Saloon's garden. Leander's library surely has more. The moon was shattered thousands of years ago due to some great magical assault. More research needed. We could maybe have him give him that note.
Yeah.
He can research for us.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, yeah. Okay. Do you think, Eric, that question 2 and 3 would fall under this?
No, I don't think it's clear that we're champions. So the questions that I posed that posited the group were, why are we Saloon's champions? Like, why were we chosen? And then how many more of Saloon's champions are there?
Well, because you came from another group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and then like her garden is supposed to be for her true devotees. I don't remember devoting myself to her.
And more importantly, we haven't seen anyone else here. Just if there are all these groups, how come we've never once crossed another group here in the garden?
Maybe it's like Mormonism. Maybe you each get your own planet.
So then she's showing up to all these people on all these planets who are giving her tears as well? Something fishy. Something fishy about this lady.
Fishy. No, you're right. That is fishy.
Just don't think the developers have figured out the networking.
Why aren't we all on one shard?
Too many, yeah, we're all
Multiplayer is really expensive, y'all.
Yeah, the seamless
no strand technology.
Seamless multiplayer integrations not here yet.
Yeah, these are all great questions. I think the biggest thing is that what have we done yet that has affected anything, like out of everything we've done for Saloon so far? Have there been any changes aside from people we've brought back? Has Saloon looked a little better? Has the sun looked like, have we bought some time? Like, has anything changed?
Did killing the Dahaka avatar do anything?
Yeah.
So the question of has anything changed according to the actions we've taken isn't really a research-based question, but an excellent alternative research-based question could very well be, what are the tiers of Saloon and what do they do?
Okay.
That is the kind of question that Leander could answer for you.
Well, and that's like the one major thing we've changed is how many we've collected.
Sure.
That's like, they kind of go hand in hand a little bit.
Was that the first question? We're giving Leander the note first. But
Yeah,
so what's that? That's not a material question other than
mechanically, the way that this works is you can ask one research directed question of Leander every time you see him. And by the next time you see him, next session, he will have an answer for you.
What was the note quote?
Note says, Saloon's garden, rumored to be a paradise reward for true devotees of the lunar goddess, moon was shattered thousands of years ago due to some great magical assault. More research needed. Leander's library surely has more. And I think what we had all kind of workshopped was that we wanted to find out why the moon was broken and what that meant. Maybe that had something to do with the sun now dying, I think is what we were kind of trying to figure out, was what is this great assault that killed the moon, and is that what's killing the sun?
And we on the planet's surface recognize the moon as having been destroyed.
Because
I
there
like
is no
cried looking at the shards of the moon across the sky.
Yeah.
I'm a circle of the moon druid, so it's very upsetting for me.
Yeah, the moon's gone.
Yeah, not great.
And she pulls from the sun when she gives us power. She's not pulling from the moon. She's pulling from the sun.
Yeah.
Which is that's weird.
It's very weird.
Well,
so I think we were surmising what our crazy conspiracy theory was, that the sun was killed the moon was killed, and out of retribution we had thought maybe Saloon's using us to kill the sun, and that's what we were thinking. We're like, it's just getting revenge. But we don't know, because we don't know anything about that the assault that killed the moon.
Most moons use the sun in order to shine their brightest. So
yeah. Okay, conspiracy hat time.
Oh boy.
Tinfoil
Oh.
on.
Tinfoil
Tinfoil
on.
on is that I think the sun and moon balance each other out, and I think humanity with magic messed up the moon, using it for experiments about, I don't know, immortality, whatever humans want to do, right? And that's what's basically ended up destroying the moon. And or maybe there was a resource or something that is from the moon, like tears, and they just grabbed them all and just broke it, getting it.
I think
or
the
something.
first is probably better because
Right.
this is great magical
It's
assault.
exploiting. They just
I mean, it
exploited
makes it
whatever
seem
the
like
benefit of the moon
It was
is.
one thing, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like it's like one go, like one assault.
I'm trying to
mean,
remember
know.
the
I'm thinking
information we have
of,
about like when we time traveled and like.
I'm thinking of the book Time Machine, and why they blew up the moon.
Well, I
Probably
mean,
something like that.
the time travel we did
Yeah.
was not that far back, right?
No.
So the
But
moon
was
still would have
that?
been
I
destroyed.
forget how that happened. Did we
No.
do that? Oh no, that person.
Yeah.
There's a note about her too.
Yeah.
There's a note about her too. The dragons. Iramon the Grey Dwarf is who captured Valzira Thoth.
Yeah.
Thoth.
Irmon's the king's advisor.
Yeah. And she's the one who sent us back through the memories
Yeah.
of those other
Right,
people.
She's in like an
right.
upside down cart. Right?
No,
She's
she
like a
is like,
flipped over cart.
yeah, now she's kind of, I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, she's living in the town with the rebel faction of the commoners.
Man, we haven't seen them forever.
Yeah, she's living in an overturned cart eating soup when she used to be like super powerful. You know what I mean? Like she's eating soup that Jesse knocked over. So now she only got the
man.
soup.
It wasn't
I
me,
remember
it was that
that.
damn boy.
Oh yeah, it was the kid.
I don't remember what note it was, but yeah, I remember reading the planner scope is irrelevant. Iramon is a traitor and a fool. It'll be delicious to inform our sister group at the Palace of Successes where they've only met with frustration. So clearly Iramon was trying to do like something else. That's why they're part of the traitorous faction now. They're part of the People's Party.
Mm.
Like, I think it's related to whatever
Did we get an
whatever the
answer about
mage's
the eyes?
solution is. Like the king's trying to solve something one way, and a group was trying to solve something a different way, and that's where we saw a little bit of the Colosseum Stellarium as well, being like, they were doing some tests. I think that's what I'm saying. It's like humans were trying to do something with the moon for some sort of reason or another, and they had different approaches. And I don't know.
Mhm.
But maybe
And then
that's after the fact. Maybe that's after the moon blew up.
Yeah, and then we were testing like, oh, a diamond is condensed spiritual energy, and they were trying to resurrect an angel, and then they had notes on how to resurrect a god, and we're like, maybe they're trying to resurrect
Right.
Dahaka, and that's why they need these motes of power to like balance, to like concentrate it through, because they couldn't find something to concentrate the energy through.
Maybe the planner scope was the version 1 of that. Like, how do we
Mhm.
concentrate that energy?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Steven's poker facing us.
Hmm.
I'm trying to read them too. I'm like,
All right.
what's that face mean?
Well, it seems
We
like
did-
we have plenty of questions, so maybe
I
We
love
do.
you all.
We have
let's just,
800
like,
questions.
Honestly,
We
let's
do.
throw
And
some
we did-
question darts and like give them some stuff to research. I mean,
We
we're gonna
did-
have to
yeah.
come back like a bunch to like get
Totally.
Do we want to
answers,
maybe
right?
ask him what the planar scope is?
Sure.
Was?
Is that a good question? Yeah. The note
I
says
think-
the
I
planar
think-
scope is irrelevant.
I think the most
Oh, right,
actionable
yeah, yeah,
thing,
we
or the
just
thing that
heard-
might
just
help
said
us the most right now, would be what are the Tears of Sloom?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if
Yeah.
that might in
what
some
are they
way
changing?
inform us about the destruction of the moon as well.
Yeah, because they're universal in this world, basically. So
Mhm.
they should give us some kind of broad knowledge.
Is-
Yeah,
we're
let's
never
ask
being-
them about that.
So something, yeah, because like we're something else about the moon right now is like we keep getting brought back to the point where the moon was already been destroyed. We're never going back in time to save the moon, right? This isn't like day after tomorrow, and like we're like fighting some moon invasion constantly. Like
But
we're
we're
brought
on
back
the moon,
already.
right?
That has already happened. True, but we're not going back to save the moon at any point. And maybe the actions that we're doing will result in saving the moon, or maybe they won't. But we're not. What I'm saying is we're not going back to the moon has been destroyed, and we're stopping the moon from being destroyed. Like that's still ancient history when we're brought back, right?
Yeah.
So there's something else, and
We're going back to save the
Focus on.
sun.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like so, I think that's where we should start. And so
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
understanding when we get brought back, what's the current state of the moon? Is sort of like our first frame of reference, because we can't compare the garden to what it is reality right now, or when I say
because
reality,
as that note dictates, the garden is its own thing. It's like it's
Yeah.
heaven. It's like its own paradise. It says
Yeah, it's not like the
rumored
moon,
to be a
right?
paradise. Yeah.
I just feel like I'm just the the meme, the it's always sunny meme with just Charlie with the cigarettes and just like pointing at the
Pepe
map. It's
Sylvia!
like,
Pepe Sylvia! Yeah. Like what? Like okay. So if we look at it like that, like the way Eric is saying, that means the garden is kind of like that's not. I think we've been sitting here assuming it's the moon. It might not be. It could just be heaven.
I think it's somewhere.
It's
not
just some
like
paradise,
a
right?
broken moon. I think it's just it might be a moon somewhere.
Yeah.
but
It could be anything. It's a
we see
garden.
we see the Earth
It's
from here.
paradise.
there's
we
lots
see
of moons.
The horizon of the Earth is like seen
I mean,
from where we're at.
when you look up in the sky, you see the Earth in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could ask the question, what is the Garden of Saloon?
I think. Do you guys want to ask about the tiers first, or Eric?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say Saloon's Garden, isn't it? It says
Well-
Saloon's Garden, rumored to be a paradise. It doesn't say Saloon's Garden on the moon.
True. I think Jesse had it right the very, very first question, which was what are the tiers of Saloon,
Yeah.
and how have they changed? Like, how are they changing the planet as we know it?
Yeah, no, I
Mhm.
agree. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Cool.
Before we get on our crazy murder web.
Yeah, Leander writes down the question and says, all right, yes, well, I will spend some time.
Wait a second. So that means that Leander has been listening to us talk like in character, right, the whole time. And that just means he's just been like writing down pages and throwing them out and just
striking them
scratching
out. There's
off,
like 8
erasing,
pages on the floor with like half-written sentences scribbled through.
recircling
Yeah,
it.
and then he
Okay,
goes
you're
back
right.
to the first page and like
So, like,
crumples it.
So we're
We
all
pick it up off
talking,
the
we're all
ground, we're
talking
like-
like up to here with like falling out pieces of paper and
Yeah.
notes. There's like a giant ball pit
Yeah.
worth of notes. So we're like drowning in it. Like cool,
One of them
I'll
on
go with
top
this
just has Pepe Sylvia circled 8 times.
Mhm.
one. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the question that Leander is going to research for you is, what are the tiers of Saloon and what do they do? In a broad sense, like, what changes have they made on the
Mhm.
world, what the
Mhm.
moon, Saloon?
Where did they come from? Why are they? Yeah.
Where do they
Why
go?
are we here? Where do we go when we die?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Excellent. So it's basically time for us to call it, but there's one more very important thing that I need to tell you about. So this cotton candy-esque substance, this arcane flux that you got, you show it to Leander and Deether, and after they put their heads together, they tell you that they can use this to forge magic into items, the likes of which has not been possible before. So, where's my thing? Where's my note? Ta-da! Now that Deether has Leander's assistance, he can forge powerful magical artifacts. These cost 3 things: gold, magical flux, which is an exceedingly rare substance that tends to coalesce around powerful magical energies which are unstable or unpredictable, like the ritual that we were just participating in, and precious gems.
We
often
sold all our gems, didn't we?
through adventuring, often through exploring. You have one in your
I have
hand
one.
right now.
Yeah, but I think we
Yeah.
sold the pouch of gems. we found.
You
You
fools.
did sell many of them.
I have a bloodstone, a quartz, and a zircon.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
in order to forge a common magical item, and this is up to you. You can look through the player's handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, and choose an item that you would like Deether to forge for you. Common items take 100 gold, 1 magic flux, and 1 gem of at least 25 GP value. Uncommon item costs 500 gold, 10 magic flux, and 1 gem of at least 100 GP value. A rare item is 2,500 gold, 25 magic flux, and 2 gems of at least 500 GP value. And then a legendary item requires 12,500 gold, 100 magic flux, 2 gems of at least 1,000 GP value, and also research from Lathander.
And how much magic
Sorry,
flux
Liam.
do we have at the moment?
You've currently got 15.
And I have curiosity, how much is a ruby worth?
I think that this ruby is worth like 250 GP.
So I could have an uncommon item right now.
We have everything.
Yes?
Yeah.
I mean, couldn't we?
Cool.
Oh wait, do we have? No, we don't have enough gold to like pool our. Yeah, we could get an uncommon.
Well, and the magic flux is also sold by
Yeah.
Birdo.
It's expensive.
How much is it?
I mean, it'd be weird if it was cheap. It'd be so funny.
Oh yeah, it's just 5 gold. Hang on, what did I price it at? Let's find out.
I mean, yeah, let's get an uncommon artifact.
Yes, 1 arcane flux is 500 gold.
Never mind.
We gotta start putting on shows when we're on the road. We start singing for people before we kill them.
I know you're gonna murder me, but please take my gold.
So we can choose any uncommon magical item?
Yep, you are free to look through the Dungeon Master's Guide.
That's
Like
a lot.
if you tell me that you want to like forge the deck of many things, I'm gonna be like, no. But yeah. So like this is downtime activity stuff, right? It takes time for these things to be created, and also like it's gonna take y'all some time to like look through and figure out like, oh, what magical item do I actually want instead of just taking what randomly comes my way. So feel free to look through it and make.
I low-key kind of want a flying broom, but I don't see any use for it other than I would just love for Aya to have a witch broom. You know, like that would make a flying broom would be so cool.
Being able to fly is a big game changer.
Yeah, being able to fly and shoot eldritch blasts at people, I feel like I would truly be living my best life. But
I think I
tactically,
gain flight when we level up again, and I can probably like just take you with me.
Oh shit.
We can figure it out, but I think that's potentially possible.
Okay.
There's a lot of cool stuff.
There's a lot of cool stuff.
I'm really excited for this.
You're excited. We're excited.
All right, folks. I think that's where we should call it for today.
We're looking at the.
I know. Yeah, we need to do this
Everyone's
over
just
the next
watching us
week and like.
browse
Did
the
you
Dungeon
know
Master's Guide of items
that like you could get a trident, Brit, and kind of be like Aquaman? You can get a trident of commanding fish. You can like.
And then
we're not by the ocean.
We could go back to that room. No, there's that
Famous.
water weird room that we never went into though.
That's
What's it
true.
called like Wave Strider. Is that the name of the item?
I don't know.
Strider? It's the thing from the White Blue Mountain.
I don't remember.
Okay. All right, that's a D&D.
You know more
cut.
than
All
I
right.
do, Eric. 10,000. Yeah, we should just look through this and decide, and then buy stuff. Right? Next week.
Yep.
Oh, it's just called Wave. There we go.
Nice.
Pipes of haunting.
What about the alchemy jug?
Bronzy looks so excited.
It's a pan flute that does creepy ass shit. So on brand.
There's so many. Yeah, this is overwhelming.
This is so overwhelming.
You've created
It's so
a monster.
cool.
This
Oh
is
no.
amazing.
Or
All of us are so quiet as we're just.
Yeah, because well,
or we wait, get 10 more flux. I give you some of my gems and create a rare item that knocks everyone's pants right off.
That's
okay.
Wait, but
One,
if we
here's
go
something-
now, if we do it now, I can get a sewer pipe.
A what?
It's like
The pipes of the sewers, and when I play them, I can
Rats
summon
show up.
swarms of rats. That's so cool.
No.
I'm sorry, but that
No.
is like an area of
Nope.
Piper
PTSD for me.
type of
No.
awesome shit.
I never
no.
want to see
Okay.
another parade of rats again.
something
That death was traumatic.
real.
It was pretty bad. It was
It's the
pretty
most
terrible.
traumatic way I've ever died. Oh my god.
One of
Torn
my
apart
suggestions.
by rats.
All right, I'll have to look through this for some other suggestions too, but one of them might just be starting off with just a bag of holding, just so we could just store whatever we want. Never have to worry about it. Just see if we can
That's a
ever gotcha.
responsible process.
I know.
It's like we just got like our tax return, and we're all talking about the dumb stuff we want to buy.
Yeah.
What
I think I have this mixer
wanna
right
buy
now.
a jet
What are you?
ski, like-
What are you talking? It's exactly.
This is why I can do this voice.
Tax return. That's too real. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. So is the plan we're gonna figure this out between
Yeah.
now and next
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, because
or-
we
That's
have
what
to
we're
like
gonna
All right.
read through it and probably come to a vote.
All right, and we have to decide
Okay.
before the start of next session, so Steven knows.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for us then. This is like, when they say people want the ability to like choose between different things, but in reality, it's just very hard to do that. It's like when you go to the grocery store to find a cereal and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, it's an economics. It's a real economics thing. It's a choice.
Yeah.
It's a not choice paralysis,
Yeah.
and that's why like it's found the optimal number of choices is like 6.
Yep.
Anything higher than that is just
There's
real
a
bad.
staff of swarming insects.
No.
Okay, you really
Stop.
love swarms, and I get it. I like that for you, but I'm not sure that's the best efficient, most
If this
effective
was
use of our
peanuts,
thing.
I would be Pigpen.
I think a
I
lantern
thought
of
you meant like if
revealing.
this was peanuts, I'd have a
Aw.
swarm of peanuts.
Yeah, that too.
If they
A
had
lantern
a
of revealing might be a good
peanut
one.
staff.
It screws lantern of revealing screws over invisible things, and we're fighting more and more things with greater
We-
invisibility,
That's true.
and we don't have like fairy fire or any way to like counter that. Or like, is there like a gem of true seeing or something that might be like true sight might help a lot too. But I don't know if that's uncommon. All right.
All right,
anyways.
we need to
Let's
talk
do our
about this
sign-offs.
in the Discord.
So that the 4 of you can spend the entire rest of
Yeah.
today looking through magic items.
You gave us too much,
Me options.
Steven. You should have been like, these 4 things you can choose from.
That's the that's the spell icons.
We'll
Damn.
whittle it down. We can make a game out of it.
I believe in you.
Okay. Well, let's go around this screen, figure out what everyone's up to this week. Most likely looking up uncommons on Google. Britt, what's going on with you?
Nothing. I'm still Britt Wiseman, and I'm so happy that we got to do this today. I missed you guys, and I missed you, chat. And thanks for hanging out with us. And I hope everyone has a beautiful week.
Steven, what are you doing?
Sorry, did you just call me?
Yes.
Awesome. I'm sick, man. Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Poor thing.
I've had a cold for like 2 weeks, and it got like worse again today, so I stayed home. So I'm really looking forward to sleeping and getting better. Super excited. I'm really happy that y'all unlocked magic item crafting and arcane research. Those are 2 really cool things, and I'm really excited about the upgrades to main. That's super cool too. And I'm really excited to see where the next challenges ahead of you go, because I'm really have fun things in store. Shout outs to the 4 of you for being awesome players, and to everybody in chat for being awesome chatters and fans of the show. You can follow me at Silent Osiris. The O is a 0 on Twitter. That's it for me. Think I'll see y'all next week.
Bronze, what are you up to?
Hi, hello. I'm that bronze girl. You can find me on Twitch most days except for Wednesdays. I don't stream after this. Sometimes I do, but today I'm not because the sun is out and my good friends here told me to take the day off. So I'm gonna go do other stuff.
I didn't say that.
I did. Go spend time in the sun, please.
You can follow me on Twitter though. I'm super close to 16,000 followers.
Woo!
I'm only
Get
a
it.
handful away.
Hey.
Nice.
You should go
Nice.
right now. Everyone,
Beautiful.
right now. If you
Well,
want to see
get
the
outta
best
here.
rants, if you want to see something
Oh, they're really good. She
insult
makes high quality
weirdos
content on
online,
there, guys.
she will do it for you.
She's the only human who can actually cast Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah.
That's so perfect.
I
Eric.
love you guys.
Eric, what are you up to?
Hey, thanks everybody. I'm Eric. I'm Eric Vulgaris everywhere. Not much these days. Still running the Pendragon, although we haven't played in a couple weeks due to sickness and work and stuff like that. But yeah, Pendragon. I've been designing a game, just one of those little things. It's called like, Escape from Tarkov / like Annihilation or Born.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
so
really
it's really easy
I
to
just
play.
started reading that book, Annihilation.
Oh, good. Yeah,
I haven't seen the
you're for a
movie,
treat.
but I just
Book's
started reading the
fantastic.
book, and it's pretty cool. I didn't know it was
super
trilogy.
awesome.
Yeah.
Book is
Special-
super awesome. Both super awesome for different reasons.
Ooh, that's my favorite.
I'm also designing a game. High five, Eric.
Yeah. Cool. And yeah, we're both doing the West Marches thing. That's kind of the style. But you're obviously doing one for more fantasy, and I'm doing one that's more, I don't know, humans only, because it's based in like the weird 80s.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Have y'all been reading Undiscovered Country?
No, tell me about it.
When I think of you, Eric, I just think like that. If there was an RPG for Undiscovered Country, you would be the person to make it. It's about a
Star Trek,
future in which it's about a future in which America walls itself off from the rest of the world, and a disease then ravages everybody else, and America's the only place that's not touched by it. They have like a pandemic, and it's about a group of adventurers coming back in, and I won't spoil anything else because it is insane. It's like an acid trip. Like they just come back into America, and America is now shaped like a spiral. Like the states are like create a spiral towards the middle, and there's like bison that eat people. It's crazy. But when I think of it, I think of you in a good way, not like as a man eating bison, but like as like you know how like it's like America, but like fucking weird.
Yeah, no, I'm super here for it.
Wait, so did America get ravaged, or
no? It's the only place untouched because it erects like giant walls.
But wait, hold on. But then inside the giant walls are bison eating people?
Yeah, basically nobody knows what happened in America in the past like 100 years, and then it's like a group of people who sneak back in and are like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, no, that
sounds really good.
And nobody's like, "What happened?" And it's like people that are like looking at. They have like America specialists that are like, "Well, I grew up in America, you know, up until the age of 6, you know, and before they erected the wall." And then I was trapped in Canada. I couldn't get back to my family, but I have some vague memories of like what Walmarts used to be like. And they're trying to like remember what America was like. So they have like America experts, but then when they go into the country, it's nothing like that. And they're like, what the fuck is, it's like out of Mad Max. And I love Mad Max. It's just like a fucking, just like a post-apocalyptic weird ass shit. And the art is amazing.
I just saw one of the bison. Guys, the entire first issue is free to read on imagecomics.com/read/undiscovered-country.
When I think of like a tabletop RPG, I'm like, oh, if there was
That'd be so much
tabletop
fun.
RPG for that game, they should hire Eric to write it. Because like I feel like that's like right up
what
your
are these
alley.
things?
Right?
Okay, I can't. I gotta stop reading ahead.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta
So
stop
now-
looking ahead. I gotta start.
Now you know what I'm talking about. The art is like
Alright.
wild. It's like fucking that. I love that book. It's insane. It's fucking insane.
God.
Yeah, it's got what's that giant wheeled movie that just came out? The giant London on wheels vibe? No?
No, I
Yeah,
don't know
another
the
one.
Okay.
Wait.
I don't know the name of the. I don't know the name of the movies. Yeah, all the towns are on wheels because you can't.
Yeah, Mortal Engines. That's the one.
Thank you, Mortal Engines. Yeah, there you go. It's like
Oh.
looks kind of like that, only
Oh
way better art.
yeah.
I love this art.
This is really good.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
insane.
All right, everybody, read your comic book and choose your
Take
artifact.
your medicine,
Do your homework.
drink your water, read your comic.
Wow, the cover for issue 3 is really cool. Sorry. I got
What are you
distracted.
doing, Jesse?
Anyway, me, you know, headed off to San Francisco for like half a day.
What?
Yeah, I'm
Come-
going. I wish I could. I'm going to a thing and then I immediately fly. I leave at 8 a.m., get there, go
Yeah.
to a thing, immediately fly back home.
I know. I've done a lot of those down to Burbank. I get it.
So
It's fine. You didn't make time for me.
Well, you know what? I didn't plan on it, and I didn't plan on
That's
doing
what
it, and I simply won't. So yeah, but then you know, just sitting around. I guess World of Horror comes out soon, and it's like a JRPG but a horror game, and it's black and white, and it's like that creepy Japanese horror that is way uncomfortable. So I'm not okay, and I will probably.
You mean
check that
Junji
out.
Ito?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. And I'm not all right. The things in it are very uncomfortable and gross, so I will play it and be terrified. But that's it, really. We'll see y'all next time. Remember, if Steven gave us choices, it's probably really to make us suffer. So we'll see you guys next time.
That's the thing to take away from all of this.
That
I
is the
do everything
takeaway.
to make you suffer.
Yo, I'm aware. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.
You know, where's the payoff? Bring the strippers and booze. We do occasionally talk about video games. Bring the strippers and booze. the time for video games. Bring the strippers and booze.
Oh, thank God, I don't need pants now.
Hey, JC, what are you doing? Not much. Making a fortune.
Yeah, now sing the music.
Bring the strippers and booze.
I'm here to ask and answer one simple question.
You got